Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Legacy of Thieves collection, and hopefully we're finishing it tonight. The plan is to finish a Lost Legacy. Again, I gotta change the category because Twitch sucks. And my internet's been kind of slow, so that's fun. Hopefully the stream's fine. Is it really not gonna load? Cool. I was trying to get everything sorted here. I might as well check the audio while I'm at it. I think we're good. Alright. Why won't the category change? Like, can that just fix? Anyway, so yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We got Celebrity Big Brother, though, to be fair, I didn't watch tonight's episode. I'll watch it tomorrow. We got Australian Survivor. We got Uncharted, not Uncharted, Horizon, Forbidden West, which I've played quite a bit of. Probably too much of, considering I've been pretty busy the last few days. I guess I wanted to change it on mobile, because for some reason desktop's being a pain. Where is Lost Legacy? Update. There we go. I don't know why desktop's being terrible. Whatever. Alright, we're back. So, again, hopefully we'll finish this tonight.
Hard to believe it's real.
That is the plan, and we'll probably move on to the Ezio collection next time. But yeah, Australian Survivor, again, was very surprised. I was not necessarily surprised that Nina went home, but more surprised that she actually got medevaced. Because obviously we saw her get medevaced. We saw her get injured. I mean, in the preview, and yeah, I was expecting her to be injured and then probably voted out because of her injury, more so than her actually getting full-blown medevac. But anyway.
Did you bring the helicopter? Left it at home. Bum. Then I guess we're climbing.
I mean, this is... Oh, I'll come back. Yeah, so the immunity run thing, you put Tony as the third place winner, never mentioned that he may have gone at the Kim boot without immunity. I don't think he would have gone at the Kim boot. And also he had... Did he have an idol already? But even if he didn't, then Ben had an idol that he was probably willing to use on Tony. To me, there's so much haziness there that you can't really knock Tony for that round. The round where Kim ends up going home. Where I don't believe that he actually needed immunity. The show tried to portray it as, oh yeah, he needed immunity because they knew he was going to win immunity. And they knew that Kim had planned on voting him for him. Well, I don't actually believe that they would have gotten the votes to actually get rid of him there.
Okay. Ready? You first.
Yeah, oh yeah, the KJ swap tribe is funny because KJ got very little content in this episode, which, to be fair, is KJ's edit entirely. Where am I going? Oh, am I going there? God damn it. But, yeah, swap tribes. I mean, it's obviously the correct decision for, Jordy and Mark. Again, having Ben and Shay together is just very dangerous, and then having, Khan there with an idol is also very dangerous, so... Again, to me, it's, that was kind of a no-brainer choice for anybody but Shay. Do I watch Euphoria? No, I don't. Did I ever talk about Ozark? I did finish Ozark, finally. The one episode I had left. That was something. But I'll tell you that I have not been watching scripted, shows recently. It was a Shay idea to try to blindside someone at a tribal that was likely going to be a non-lim. Yeah, but also, I don't know, what else are you gonna do, I guess? I mean, I guess they could have voted for Michelle. That's the one on their tribe, right? Michelle or Mel, whichever one. They could have just gone along with that plan. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, they don't care that. I think it's really that Ben and Shay are not part of the core, either way. So it's like, either, I think you got, like, at the point where you've already started to get this plan together, you might as well continue going with this plan. Like, I don't think there's a point in stopping the plan once it's already been coming together, which it seemed to have been even before the immunity challenge, where, again, at the immunity challenge, we kind of got a sense that, like, it's probably going to be non-elimination with them pulling out the note and everything. But even then, like, it's still not full-blown, like, 100% non-elimination until Tribal. But either way, it's like, I just think you gotta go with that plan at that point. And then just hope that they go home. And then even if they don't, it's like, who cares? It's Ben. It's like, unless he, like, wins out or, like, has a whole bunch of idols or anything, he has no real power in the game anyway. So it's not like the worst case scenario if he stays.
Oh boy. It's definitely not safe, by the way.
Shay's stock drop for you? Like, to me, it's like, it's around where it was before. Like, it's not higher or lower. To be fair, it's higher because Nina's gone. So, I mean, like, I mean, at this point, it's Sam or Mark. Like, no one else is winning this season. It's Sam or Mark. I do think this, like, the last few episodes have, like, not been the greatest for Mark. But, like, and I feel like this one in particular is probably the worst one for him. But not, like, to the point where, like, he's completely out of winner contention. To the point where he's even, like, below Sam, to me. Like, I still think Mark is getting so much more unnecessary content than Sam is. Where, like, Sam seems to be being shown because she's actually important to the events that are going on. Well, Mark just isn't, and is still being shown.
You having fun out there? You know it.
So, I don't know, like, it's like, I do think the Geordie calling out the idol, or calling out the note for Mark has been, and that's, like, not great for Mark, but also it's like, I'm sure they would have shown that anyway. Where am I going? Well, this is already going off to a great start there. Mark, Sam, maybe Khan.
Yep.
I don't even think Khan, but yeah, I mean, there's a chance. What do I have my power rankings at right now? Do I have Khan at 3? Actually, I think I have Chrissy at 3. But again, at that point, it doesn't matter. I think I have Chrissy, Khan, and Shay as, like, the next contenders. Even though, again, it doesn't matter. And Croc, I guess. And then Croc, Jesse, Geordie are kind of, like, in a similar tier, like, below those 3. Am I missing someone? 5, 6, 7... Oh, no, that's right, that's right. Yeah, then who's below that at 9? KJ. So, yeah, I mean, at that point, no one has any shot. Mark's in a good position. I mean, I do think if it wasn't for the edit, I would not be as high on Mark. Like, I would be high on him, because I do think he has played well, but I still think I would still be very worried for his chances come the merge. Where, like, again, like, typically Mark is the type of person that goes out in the first few boots, and that's what I even said in the preseason, but I think the edit is making me more confident on him actually winning.
Fun, right?
Yeah, yeah, we can expect 2 more boots in the next couple episodes. Well, actually, I guess we know for sure, right? Because they did say 3 people go home this week, which, yeah, mid-season power ranking should be on Thursday. Not entirely sure how I'm going to get everything together in time, considering, again, like, Wednesday is going to be a very busy day. We got Celebrity Big Brother finale. We got probably the BB Can cast release. And more than likely, that's also when I'm going to be putting together the mid-season power ranking. So, yeah, it's going to be a busy day. Oh, Amazing Race also, fuck me. So, yeah, there's a lot. Do I think Ben, Shay are next boots from their respective tribes? I don't think Shay is. This is the thing. Oh, yeah, also, I should mention this. I don't think they were actually going for Shay. Like, they showed that at the beginning of the episode that, like, oh, the men were talking about going for Shay, but then Nina told them not to, and now they're not. It's like, I 100% they were not going for Shay. This is 100% the Australian Star Production, like, editors trying to boost Nina right before she goes. Like, I have no faith that they were actually voting for Shay, and then all of a sudden, Nina says something. They're like, oh, never mind. Especially considering they've been targeting, is it Mel on that tribe? Whatever, whoever. They've been targeting whoever is the one on that tribe for forever now. Like, 100% they were always going for it. They just, like, brought up the idea one time, like, oh, what if we took out Shay? And then they used the opportunity to, like, really boost up Nina in the edit here.
I think I see a place we can swing over to the crown. Just a little.
Again, with the knowledge that she's going home now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did like JLP telling Nina that she's pretty much going to be on another season. Which, I mean, too fair. Like, if JLP is saying it and it makes the cut, that means that that's also production sentiment. Because, like, they could have easily cut that out of the show. So, like, 100%, like, that's what production is thinking as well. So, yeah, I mean, I fully expect to see her back. If they do any semblance of All-Stars anytime soon. Which, I'm too fair, even without All-Stars, they bring back people, so why not for next season? I would not be that surprised. If Chrissy wins, she's proof that not every Survivor winner is a good player. I mean, yeah, I never believed that necessarily any winner was, like, means that they're a good player. But, I mean, to be fair, I think Chrissy would probably be a better player than, like, Bob, probably, if she did win. I don't know why I just did that. That was just such a terrible jump. Also, she's probably season 10. Yeah, I think so, too. But, again, like, I would expect them to bring back, like, 1 or 2 returnees over the next season or 2, because... Actually, what was the last season we had without a returnee? It was, like, season 3, right? And even that had Russell Hantz. Oh, no, season 6. I'm a fucking idiot. Season 6. Either way, whatever. Like, I don't have faith in production to, like, not bring back an odd returnee here and there.
All right. Feels more sturdy up here. Don't jinx it.
Especially when they did it for Blood versus Water here with, like, the most random grouping of people. Cool. That was lovely. Yeah, I think Ross is someone that... You could tell that they were high on Ross at the time. But, yeah, I mean, at this point... The point that he's suing production like that, yeah, that's probably the end of their relationship. Is he here? Okay, there we go.
Wow. Nice.
Next U.S. Survivor you think should make the transfer? I've always said Johnny Fairplay 100% should be on Australian Survivor.
Can't you just say cat?
I mean, like, for me, the people I want on Australian Survivor are the people that are never going to be on Survivor US again. So, and the big one is Johnny Fairplay. Like, I think it would be a perfect pick. Do I think he'll do well? But I do think he is, like, the caliber of person that they could bring over, and I think it would be a lot of fun.
Ready?
And that would be also a good player, too. Or at least a competent player. Again, don't know how Fairplay fits within a standard Australian Survivor cast. I mean, he's essentially like a weaker version of Jordy, right? And also he's older now, too, so it's like... Yeah, Mark and Sam make sense. I was mainly saying Andy, and then also Sandra being on the season. But yeah, Mark and Sam, like, I think that's, like, 100% makes sense that they're on Blood vs. Water.
Sure looks like it.
But again, the Andy pick is bizarre. I still don't get it. Like, I know that they want him for All-Stars and whatnot, but still, it's like, it's so weird that they just randomly bring him back for Blood vs. Water. It's funny comparing Nina's edit in the episode with Chelsea last season. I don't even remember how Chelsea... I mean, like, I know Chelsea, like, got a purple edit pretty much, but I don't remember how, like, her actual boot episode went. Oh, here. I always get stuck in this area. I always get lost.
Hey, look.
Surprised we didn't get Benji and Annalise. I feel very confident one of them turned it down. I think Benji turned it down. I think that's really what we can say. I think 100% they were called. I would be very surprised. Oh, yeah, I have seen this. Is this the channel that I'm thinking of? I have seen a channel that has posted a lot of the older seasons of the challenge. Yeah, this is the one I saw. Yeah, so I did see this. And also, yeah, there's some real world stuff too. But to be fair, I'm probably not going to rewatch a lot of this stuff anytime soon. And probably by the time I do, it'll probably be taken down because 100% this channel's not lasting beyond like a few months. But
Another one of these doors. Now let's
yeah,
see.
it's cool for now. Do I think Mark and Sam could crack top 10 players? Yeah, for sure.
Oh, good. This one actually works.
Especially both of them make like deep runs.
Yeah.
I think they could. I think Sam is the most interesting one to me though, because like Mark, it's like I think the potential was always there. Sam to me feels like a different player from her first time around.
They generally favor cremation. It's a beautiful ceremony.
And maybe it's just the players that she's around, and like this is like just a better group of players for
The
her.
idea is our bodies are borrowed vehicles and you're returning in
But yeah, it's like
It's not very sentiment.
Sam is an interesting one to me in terms of like
Bastards.
how to assess her as a player. Where like again, like if Mark wins the season, like I'm thinking he's for sure like top 10, possibly even top 5 at that point. Especially for being this like big alpha male that navigates through Australian Survivor. Again, it's very, very tough to do.
Wasn't enough to save their empire.
And like the first run, you can have this excuse of like, oh, he met his wife, so he didn't really care as much.
Here's our
But and to fair, same thing can be said about Sam. But like again, Sam just felt like very like again, she was also like known as being like controlling and abrasive, and like they targeted her. And to be fair, she got targeted because with Mark. But I also feel like she's probably one of these people that probably would have been like, based on the way she played that season, probably was always going to be targeted.
Excuse me.
By the end of the pre-merge there. Well, like I think Mark is someone that probably had more potential on that individual season. But again, like primed to be taken out early merge. But again, like if they do very well this season, I do think they obviously jump up quite a bit. I think they both would probably crack top 10. We're at this puzzle. Yeah, like well, Shawnee was towards the bottom, right? And then yeah, like George is there. So yeah, I mean, I think they definitely could make it on, both make it on there.
And on the right, we have
If they make Final 2, that'll be hilarious. Like if they make Final 2, that'd be pretty fun actually.
The one that Shiva, Ganesh's father.
Dude, I think like actually on the show, like it would be kind of boring by the end of it. But I mean, they're not letting them get the Final 2, right? Like I can see them making like Final 5. I feel like to me that's like the farthest I can see them going. Okay, let's remember how to do this. But yeah, like I can't imagine that this cast is gonna let them get to Final 2 together.
See what this does.
Where I rank George, I think we played this out a while back, and I did say he was like number 10 at this point. Okay, wait. So, okay, so that one's in place. This one needs the tusk, so that one needs that. Okay, so I need to pull this one here.
Let's try this.
Yeah,
Over you go.
really a lot of my free time in the last few days has been revolved around Horizon, which is really great. And I really wish I had more time to play it because I don't. It's really depressing.
See what's
Whatever. I didn't feel like Sam is going to make it with Mark in the end, and she takes it. I think if they make Final 2 together, actually, I don't know. Would Sam beat Mark? That would be interesting, actually. Like, I mean, I think Sam is playing the better actual game on the island. Though, to be fair, also, like, I feel like she's had to do more work at this current point than Mark has. Where, like, Mark's kind of just, like, laying back and doesn't really have to do much. But, yeah, I mean, I think, like, I would, at this current point, I would vote for Sam over Mark. But yeah, I would be interested in seeing like how a jury would vote. Okay, I'm completely fucking this up, by the way. Okay, wait. So if I... Which one is this? Okay, I think I need to go here. I already forgot what I was doing. Whatever, we're probably going to be here forever. Mark will probably ask the jury to vote for Sam. Possibly? I don't know. Is that a thing that... Like, is Sam, like... Okay, so obviously, like, that one needs to go there. Does this one need to be anywhere else? Like, this is already in the right spot there. Oh, is it in the right spot here, too? This is gonna ruin that, right? Oh, I think I wait, do I have fuck me. Again, this is definitely a great spot to start stream at. Mark definitely has the inherent advantage in a jury vote. Yeah, I think if you're like just seeing these two people on the street and saying who would you vote for in a jury vote, then yeah, Mark has the advantage. I think Mark would for sure have people like a Jordy. Well, I'm too fair. That's his group, though. So I mean, whatever. But like, we even saw like in the confessional, Jordy was talking about how like Mark is a legend and all this stuff. So I think for sure Jordy would vote for him. Okay, so I completely fucked this up because these need to be in separate lanes. Okay, I think I know what I did wrong. Maybe. Sam's only negative is getting 0 confessionals in the premiere. Yeah. I mean, I think part of that can be rectified with it being her tribe didn't go to tribal, right? So that's something. And then also she got an introduction along with Mark. But then she didn't get like her formal like solo introduction until episode 2. Is that it? God damn, I missed this one. Okay, so what's wrong here? This needs to be in the center. Okay, I think I have it, right? Or maybe I don't. Whatever. Do I think Nina's medevac will ruin having a final 3 again? Possibly. Actually, no, because it was it matters how planned this not a limb was. Was this not a limb always the plan, or did they add it at the last second once they knew that Nina was going to be?
I feel like I'm getting nowhere fast.
You need to move the pieces so the shadows
Oh, thank you. I definitely didn't know what I was doing here, Nadine. Thank you for telling me that. Again, it's just that one piece.
Parashurama, Tusk, and Ganesh.
Got it.
So, okay, I got it. Alright, whatever. Yeah, I think 100% that, that this could affect things, but, and to be fair, it probably will. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a final 2 again, but I fully expect them to, there we go, got it, to have intended there be a final 3, though. Yeah, there typically is an on-limb right before, like in the like swap phase. So again, I wouldn't be surprised this was already a planned thing, which means that they are genuinely down a person. But then again, like we're gonna have 2 more boots, and then presumably a merge, right? Which if Nina wasn't supposed to go, or if there wasn't supposed to be a boot there, we would merge at 14, right?
Get us killed. You're no fun.
Or am I misremembering this? How many people are left? Nina was 16th place. Yeah, so we would merge at 14, which makes no sense. So,
Careful.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this was a pre-planned thing or not.
Amazing.
I don't know. They want a final 3. They've been open about wanting a final 3 in All Stars.
Exactly.
And well, Shan Gus has also talked to production members, and they said they wanted a final 3.
Oh no, it's okay. I think
Is this the end of chapter 5?
Okay. Where the hell's the Tusk? I don't know. None of this makes any sense.
I just sworn we interacted with the
The boy said
Saab.
I sent us
I
on
guess
a
not.
fool's errand.
Yeah, so, what, Celebrity Big Brother's been going on? Like, I mean,
I think you're right.
what do we have? Like, Carson Boot?
Terrific.
Whatever.
No.
No, like,
Ganesh
what a
is a
drag of
simple
an episode that was, that 2-hour episode.
And Shiva was the symbol
Then we
of
got the,
which was the
clip
old
show
capital.
yesterday,
Exactly.
which I did actually
Was
end
the
up
king
watching
of this
for that
spectacular
reason.
city.
I'm not even gonna bother. Like, I'm gonna have like a short like reference to it in my review, but I'm not even gonna do a full blown recap
So
of
this whole
that.
city was a decoy. What if they let it get plundered? To protect
Will and James
the
from Amazing Race got called for a spin-off. That wouldn't be that surprising.
I'm willing to bet the Tusk.
Yeah, has there been more news about that recently? Yeah, Carson's mad at Todrick. Again, not surprising. Oh yeah, like Todrick's not winning.
Definitely not supposed to happen.
And Super has like pretty much post Chris Kirkpatrick. He was pretty much drawing dead already. This is really loud on my end. Did this setting? I guess I should probably double check. Settings are okay. They're still good. Jackson Christmas got called. Not surprised at Christmas. Kinda a bit surprised at Jackson. But, I mean, to be fair, would have been more surprised if it was like a Jack. But, so yeah, I did see Teddy campaigning for AFP, which is humorous. And she's saying that she should win because she got backdoored, which is something. I assume we were talking about Mickey. Yeah. Is there anything else going on right now? Again, Australians since the last stream. Yeah, it's just Australian Survivor Celebrity Big Brother, right? Yeah. Because again, I've just been playing a decent amount of Horizon over the last 2 days, so I haven't really been paying attention to much else.
Hey, nice work, partner. Nice work. Put it there.
Hosted a giveaway.
What was that?
Yeah, BB cast reveal is more than likely on Wednesday. Really, next time we stream, we'll probably be, again, like, it's going to be Wednesday. I will say again, I might be a bit late on Wednesday.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Just, again, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't remember, is Big Brother, I think the finale ends at 9, though, right?
it was.
I think it's only 8 to 9, right? So,
What the hell is that?
like, that should be fine. But, again, just don't be surprised if I'm a bit late,
What
but...
is channeling there from the falls?
I don't know, now I think about it, maybe I should be able to make it, actually. If it is only a 1 hour finale.
Well, technically I did.
Hosted a giveaway on Instagram where the way to enter was to vote for her. Yeah, I did see that. I forgot about that part of it, but yeah.
Sorry if I cut too close to the bone back there.
Big Capcom announcement in half an hour. Is it that close? Again, I'm assuming it's just Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil DLC, right? I doubt it's anything like, or not Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4. Sorry. But I doubt it's going to be anything like that surprising.
Stubborn dickhead.
Yeah, have we still not gotten any SA cast stuff? I just realized that.
You know, none of this could have possibly gone unnoticed. We should probably get out of here.
Good point.
It's like you would think we would hear something by now.
Follow me. Right.
But nope. Russ has really been hyping up BB 10. Yeah, I see that.
The water has been channeled toward
I guess
the
it's still not out of the realm of possibility that's All Stars, right?
Copy that.
I doubt it. I very much doubt it, but the hope's still alive, I guess. Oh, it could be Street Fighter 6 for Capcom. I don't know. Like, it did feel very. I feel like the when I saw the countdown, it did make me think of Resident Evil. And again, we've known about Resident Evil 4 remake for a very long time at this point, and we know that's supposed to be getting revealed early this year. So it's like, I would be surprised if it's not that. But we'll see. Podger's game reminds you of Nicole's from BB2? Potentially. I would say Nicole... Potentially. I think Nicole probably had a little bit more of a stranglehold, to me personally. Where, like, again, Nicole had both Hardy and Will, while I feel like Todrick only has Misha. Oh, I didn't do it.
That works too.
But he only has Misha really wanting to take him to the end. To the point where we're at now, where Todd Bridges has openly talked about how he's going to take Misha to the end over Todrick. Mind you, under the misconception that he thinks that Misha is easier to beat at the end. Yeah, Misha's the Hardy. I think to me, though, Todrick doesn't have a will. Which I think is what was impressive about Nicole's positioning in the house. It's going to be disappointing if Misha loses. Problem. I mean, like, I guess. I don't care. Like, I really don't care, to be honest. At this point. Like, to be honest, this season doesn't, like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking, like, I think Todd Bridges might be winning this season at this point. Yeah, like, not that I necessarily want Todd to win, but, I think he's possibly in the best position. I mean, we'll have to see Final Four veto. I think that's really going to be a major determining factor in the game. But, like, where we're at now, again, spoiler for the feeds, which I guess most people would assume. But yeah, Lamar's going home this week. So, essentially it all comes down to Final Four veto, but also the Final Four HOH is going to be no Todrick. So it's Misha, Todd, and Cynthia. So again, Cynthia's not winning. Not too fair though. Final Four HOHs are typically where like these like people who have never won competitions end up actually winning one. But it's an out-of-the-realm possibility for Cynthia to win. I do wonder how the final HOH format is going to end up. Where are we going to get the three-parter, or are we going to go like similar to? Oh, I forgot that we're getting a fucking double too. Like I completely forgot about the double. Like I forgot that was even a thing. Feels weird too that we're getting a double at the final four. But yeah, I mean, if Todd wins either final HOH or final four veto, shit, he's probably in a decent spot to win. To where, again, like I think he probably beats both of them at the end. He for sure beats Todd. I think Misha, there might be a level of debate there. But as of right now, like it still seems like Shayna is really high on Todd for some reason, even though he's like one of the main people bashing her after she leaves the house. But yeah, like I think Todd's in a pretty good spot to win if he wins one of these next two comps. If not, then he's going home. I mean, he's going home at Final Four if he doesn't win HOH or veto. But I guess too, for Cynthia can win veto, but is Cynthia gonna win veto? Yeah, there is a double for some reason. I mean, to be fair, it is the penultimate episode tomorrow, right? So I guess they kind of have to. If they are, well, I mean, I guess they don't necessarily have to. But then we're having a fucking 2-hour episode. I forgot about that too. We're getting a 2-hour episode again tomorrow, so I guess they do kind of have to. Does Cynthia know her days? No. No one knows their days. No one gives a shit. Like, no one's practicing, from my understanding. Good job. Imagine Todd Bridges winning out. I mean, it'll be humorous, but again, definitely not the outcome to the season that I would have expected. Him essentially winning out from Final 6 on. He's what, he won Final 6 HOH, now Final 5 veto. Again, if he wins Final 4 HOH, Final 3 HOH, then yeah, he's won out since Final 6. But rank this season so far, very low. I would say, like, I don't know, it's like, it's weird. It's like, I think as a whole, it's probably around where I have Celebrity Big Brother 2, maybe like slightly lower.
You alright?
But, like, obviously my elevated opinion of Celebrity Big Brother 2, not where I had it originally, which, to be fair, is still, like, bottom half, but, yeah, Celebrity Big Brother 3 is, like, I think it's the worst of Celebrity seasons, but it's also weird because, like, it has, like, notable game moments,
I think there's a way through.
like, with, like, the Chris Kirkpatrick, plan to use the veto to backdoor himself, essentially. You have like like in Todrick blindsiding Shayna and all that stuff, but yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just a majority of this cast doesn't care. I think that's the thing that's like greatly harming the season to me. Like, no one there actually like really like outside of Todrick, Misha, and I guess at this point Todd. No one cares about winning the game. Like if they like, it's like most of the people that were there like were like in the position where it's like, okay, if I win, I win, but I'm not actually going to try that hard. So I think that plays a factor into it. And then
I do.
oh wait, this is where we fight Asab, isn't it? Yeah, because he like pushes us in there, right?
Up here.
Yeah, so like here, there we go. I remember this game. This season showed the fights. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we saw the. I mean, not to their full extent, but yeah, we saw the like Todd Cynthia fight. We got the Chris Kirkpatrick Todrick fight in the clip show for some reason. Yeah, 100%. It's like they didn't want to completely like bash on Todrick. Until now that they know that he's going to lose. And now that he's going to lose, they're like, okay, might as well show it.
My man worked for a week and turned up nothing.
Probably.
Stan Twitter's ruined BB because they barely show fights anymore.
Perhaps.
Again, like, I don't think that's a major factor. Like, I think it's more, like, because it's on the feeds. Like they're still going to complain about it from the feeds. Like, I don't think whether or not they show it on their show ends up changing anything.
Showed mercy, and thus ended our rituals.
I bet Kylan gave Todrick some advice, kind of was like, in order to get to the end, be the bigger asshole. Yeah. Again, like, obviously that's something that a lot of people have been talking about, is how Todrick's playing like Kylan. I don't know, like, the player ranking's so tough with this. Like, do I put Todrick at 1? Or not. Like, it's like, but then who do I put at 1? Like, to me, like, this is like the dumbest player ranking I'm gonna ever do, just because it's like, no one played well. So it's like, even the person at number 1, like, isn't gonna be that good. It's like, Todrick, again, like, I think Todrick, for sure, 100% to me, played the best game in terms of strategic positioning and in terms of getting themselves to the end. Whether or not he even gets to the end, or if he like gets to the end and loses jury vote, which again, I totally expect. Like, he 100% played the best game in terms of strategic positioning. The problem is jury management. And also, even beyond that, like, also, him handling certain relationships in the house is terrible. Like, the way that he handles his relationship with Lamar and his relationship with, obviously, Shayna and Chris Kirkpatrick by the end of it. I think Misha is probably the best player overall. Misha is so bad strategically, though. And, like, that's my issue with Misha. Like, Misha is so bad strategically. And, like, I run through it in my review. But, like, she has there's so many points in the game where she makes, like, the wrong strategic decision, and it's really, like, Todrick saving her from making the wrong strategic decision. Oh, well, I just killed myself. Cool. Yeah, I mean, everyone's a bad strategist, but I feel like the strategy of Misha is worse. Like, the thing about Misha is that Misha is bad on both fronts. Like, again, Todrick is very bad in terms of his strategy to win the game, but is very good in terms of his strategy to get to the end of the game. Well, I think Misha is bad at both. But it just so happens that she has someone that is good at the first part to help her, in the sense that, like, again, Todrick, I think, is greatly helping Misha navigate through the game.
You okay?
Or, like, Misha is, like, one of these people that, like, doesn't make a final... Like, if someone approaches her with a deal, she doesn't say yes. Again, we saw that with Teddy. We saw that with, who was it, Lamar, went up to her to try and make a final 2 deal. She said no. Same thing with Chris Kirkpatrick. It's like there's a whole bunch of people that, like, try to make deals with her, and she just says no. Again, terrible gameplay. You have her, like, telling Carson, hey, put me on the block with Todrick, and then try to backdoor Shayna in a position where it's the final 7. Again, also terrible gameplay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go and get our disc.
It's like, I don't think Misha is a good strategic thinker in the game, but also someone that is bad at jury management. It's just the fact that everyone else around her is worse. And to be fair, Todd is bad, but, like, doesn't even actually seem to be affecting Todd. Where, again, like, Todd is, like, bashing Shayna continuously in the house, yet, like, man, no one seems to care about it. While, like, obviously Todrick is doing the same. Like, I mean, in terms of, like, the, like, stuff about Shayna, like, they're doing very similar things. It's just that obviously Todrick's getting a lot more of the heat for it.
So he left behind a lucrative career.
Not saying that Todrick's hate is unwarranted, but I do think it's humorous that, like, Todd isn't getting the same level of hate.
Hi. You sure you're good to go?
Good as I'll ever be. Just need to take it easy for a bit.
Fuck, this is just longer than I remembered. I could have sworn that was the end of the chapter. Think of the newest episode of Australian Survivor? I thought it was kind of boring for the most part, but again, Nina Medevac was disappointing to see. I will say, like, I'm at the point where, like, I'm not loving this season of Australian Survivor. Like, I'm very, like, kind of on it. Or, like, I think if I were to rank all the seasons as of right now, like, it would probably be just above All Stars. And that's it. Yeah, Todrick has said, like, some really bad things. Okay, is this the end of the chapter?
Holy cow.
Yeah, like, the comment to Shane on her way out is really bad.
That's got to be the entrance to the old capital.
Obviously, the bringing up Kirkpatrick's kids in the fight right before he leaves is really bad. And again, that's even worse, like, from a jury management. I mean, I guess they're both bad because, I mean, they're both voted out, but, like, the Chris Kirkpatrick one is, like, also, like, completely, like, unnecessary because, I mean, Kirkpatrick knew he was going home at that point. Like, he was 100%, like,
you know what?
on his way out. Yet Todrick still takes the time to, like, berate him in their, like, their final discussion before he goes home. Like, it really is.
Sam's kind of the reason why.
Again, terrible jury management there.
This was my deal. Sam went ahead to do
so the underwhelming follow-up to Brains versus Braun. Yeah. Like, I mean, I think there are good points this season. I think in terms of, like, the twists, I think the twists are a lot more balanced this season. Like this Not a Limb here, and then the previous one was Sophie. Both of them, again, very, like, fine for being Not a Limbs. This one in particular I thought was pretty interesting.
That's exactly.
Where I think there's a lot, especially because, like, there's a lot of layers to it with the family members and everything too. I think Nina would be top of the player. Yeah, I mean, she is the top of the player ranking so far. It's not really close. Like, I mean, it's Nina then Sandra as of right now, but I don't think it's that close.
It's fine. I could use the exercise.
And, like, I would be very... Like, I think the only way someone that is booted in the pre-merge beats Nina here is if it's Mark or Sam.
I better go after her.
I don't think anyone else... I mean, I guess, like, if... I don't know, if, like, someone like a Jordy gets, like, idled out of the game or something like that. Like, someone that seems to be in a very, very good position right now, and they just get sniped out of the game, maybe them. But, yeah, like, I do expect Nina to be number one.
This is what I get for being honest. Socked in the door.
Don't like having two non-limbs so quick. They always do that, though, don't they? I don't know why I just did that. This is the exact same structure as Brains vs. Brawn, right? Where you have one non-limb pre-swap, one non-limb post-swap. And then what? We're going to have two more post-merge, right? I think is what the structure is. Something like that.
This is what I get for being honest.
Do I think KJ is attractive? Yeah.
Socked in the jaw.
I find her more attractive than Sophie. Where am I going? Which again is a weird thing to say for like a 37-year-old mom, but yeah. Would you want to see Nina have a second chance? Yeah. I think I would prefer it being on Australian Survivor over Survivor US. I think it would just be kind of weird for her to get her second chance on Survivor US. Fuck, I'm back at the start again. I think it would be weird for her to transition to Survivor US after Australia here to me, but again, I would love to see her back on Australian Survivor.
Nandy's not too far.
So how do I get down here? Not there. I mean, yeah, the fact that she debuted on Australian Survivor to begin with is very bizarre. Especially because, like, supposedly she was in the casting pool for David vs. Goliath. And they didn't go with her. Which, again, kind of a travesty. And would she be a David or a Goliath? I guess she would have to be a Goliath, right? Like, being the daughter of Sandra? Like, would that be a Goliath thing? So, like, who she's, like, replace? Is it, like, Natalia?
At least I've still got my dignity.
Which I know Jeff loves Natalia, so, I mean, maybe that's, like, the reason they didn't go with Nina.
Point taken.
Yeah, so it's like, I feel like that's probably the only person. I mean, Angelina, maybe? I'm thinking Nina was, like, what, 21? Around the time David vs. Goliath, so she was like really young. So I feel like it would probably be Natalia. He's like Angelina's what, 30, right? Somewhere around there. Where am I going? I feel like Josh is going this week. Could be. Again, like I think Ben is for sure one of the two remaining boots here. But again, they mentioned that 3 big players will go home. Obviously, Nina's one of them, which, again, as expected. Also expected Ben. So, again, I would expect Ben to be one of the 2 boots there. And then, yeah, the other one, again, it could be Josh. Again, kind of weird that he just randomly got content last week and then he got, like, no content after that. Which is the weirder thing where, like, again, like, I was expecting, like, okay, maybe he's like the Benji, where, like, all of a sudden he just, like, continuously gets content. But, no. He doesn't. So, I don't know, it could be Josh. Like, maybe that was, like, their one thing to say, oh, he's a big player, look at that, he got some content. Who else could it be? I mean, again, like, I don't think it's Khan. It could be Croc. I don't think it's out of the realm possibility for Croc boots. Jesse? Could it be Jesse? I think it could be a Jesse boot. Apparently BB Camcast is being revealed tomorrow. Is that the case? If it is, then fuck me. I actually don't know what that means. I hope it isn't, to be honest. I would prefer it to be on Wednesday from a scheduling standpoint. I just want to look something up. But either way, yeah, like from a scheduling standpoint, it would be better for me if it releases on Wednesday. That way I can have the BB Can video as the video for Saturday. But, we'll see. Robert Frankie was great. I mean, it was long. It was really long. Again, like, the raw recording for that was 5 hours. So, that was something. I mean, like, I already, like, disagree with, like, minor placements here and there. I still stand by most of the lists. But yeah, like George in the top 10. I don't know. Like I think maybe slightly lower with that. But and then like I know like certain other placements I would have bumped down. I don't remember who. Amanda Kimmel, I feel like I was gonna bump down. I don't remember anymore. But I do remember like there were some placements that even by the time I was editing it, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if it should be this high. Or this low with certain other people. So, whatever. I still agree for the most part with Don. I think that's like one of those. I think there's enough question mark there with Don and Russell. Oh yeah, it's this.
Oh, right. That's more like it.
Oh yeah, this is the combat section.
Oh, shit.
What? What just happened there? Angelina deserved top 10? Sure, I guess. What a masterpiece. I'm literally stuck. Okay, there we go. What the fuck? Oh, whatever. Why am I lower than others on Party's Heroes of Villains game? I mean, I explained it in the video. I mean, I think her Heroes vs. Villains game, like a lot of the sentiment around it is the fact that she had such a massive target on her back. More so than like the actual game she played. And the fact that people just love Parvati in general. In terms of the superfan community. But I think, like, as a whole, like, Parvati is probably one of the more overrated players in the history of the show. Again, I still have her highly ranked. Largely because we have so much proof with her. But I still think in the grand scheme of things, like, people talk about her as, like, this flawless player or whatever, where, I don't think she has, like, that good of a single game. Like, again, like, I think Micronesia is, like, it's good, but it's also one where she was, like, actively trying to get into a losing position. Okay, well, that was shit. You have Heroes vs. Villains, where, again, like, really a game where, like, she actively makes bad strategic moves here and there. A lot of which are propped up as, like, great strategic moves. Cook Islands is maybe her cleanest, even though it's her least impressive game. But it's probably the cleanest in the sense that, like, she gets screwed over, kind of, from, like, the bottle twist and whatnot. And also, like, Yule, flipping Penner over, which, to be fair, I mean, part of that is blame on the, old Raros for not keeping Penner in line, but, yeah, I've had a lot of faith that Parvati would have won that season had, that twist not happened. Well, if I2 hadn't gotten the majority, essentially. And, I mean, Winners at War is, like, honestly, a relatively early boot. Still trying to find that Coach played a really good game, yeah. I don't know where to put Coach in my, player ranking whenever I get around to it. Because, like, I don't know how good of a, player Coach actually is. Like, Coach obviously, like, has one singular great game, and it is one of the better all-time great games to me. But it's also, like, I don't know how he... Like, I don't think he can do that on any given season. Like, I think that was, like, the one specific season where he was able to do that. Where, like, I don't know if he's able to do that ever again in any other appearance he ever has. Fuck me. I feel like I've talked about Parvati more than anyone else? Probably. I believe... Isn't it Parvati the person I talk about the longest on my top 10 player video? You know, it's all negative, which I also find funny. That's something I kind of regret about my top 10 player video, is that I end up, like, talking all the like, despite Parvati being a number 4, I end up talking, like, all the negatives about Parvati while, like, kind of forgetting to talk about the positives for the most part. So I found that kind of funny, but, yeah, I would not be surprised if Parvati is, like, the player I've talked about the most. Especially because she's on, like, winner rankings, she's on runner-up rankings. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. Okay, well... What? Yeah, also the thing about Coach, though, is that, like, even though Coach, again, only has that singular great appearance, he's also, like, not, like, an inconsistent player. Like, I think he's someone that, like, most times he plays, he does make the merge. Like, he probably does make, like, deep runs in almost all the seasons. It's just that he also, like, probably, like, rarely wins. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, when I do the player ranking eventually, like, he ends up around where, like, Russell Hantz is. It's, like, someone that, again, like, I don't have much faith in ever, like, actually winning the game of Survivor. Even though I do think... Actually, I don't know. Would Coach have won South Pacific if this was, like, a modern jury? I do wonder. Like, if Survivor 40... and let's not say 41, but maybe, like, 39. If, like, the 39 jury... or maybe, like, 38... was, like, voting for the winner of South Pacific. Like, would they have voted for Coach? I think they probably would have. But who knows?
Will work on that APC's armor.
Am I gonna watch Michelle's Challenge Mania episode? Probably not. What am I doing here again? Am I trying to get a RPG to shoot at it? I don't agree with that Russell can't win a jury vote. I think Russell wins Samoa in most modern juries. However, again, like, I don't know. Like, again, he doesn't win Heroes vs. Villains for sure. In most situations, I don't think. Like, I think he would win Samoa. And, like, I think the tough thing about Russell, it's kind of a similar thing to what I talked about with Sandra, where it's like, we're never going to get an authentic Russell game again. Where, like, with Sandra, like, again, like, I think post Heroes vs. Villains, like, everyone knows Sandra and this legacy of Sandra to the point where, like, I don't think she's ever going to be able to play the game, like, in, like, a natural state ever again. I think the same thing goes with Russell. Like, even though people criticize the fact that he is very unadaptable, which, again, is a flaw in him as a player, like, I think it's tough to deny that, again, like, he was very effective his first 2 times when no one knew who he was. Like, and that alone, like, gives me faith that, like, he would be able to do a similar thing if he was on a cast where, like, no one knew who he was. Where, like, every single time he's played after that, he's had this target of... again, obviously Redemption Island, he has a massive target on his back. And while, again, he doesn't play optimally in that position, again, he still has that massive target on his back. And then also in Champions vs. Contenders, it's even, actually, that's even worse. Considering he's also the only American on the cast. And, like, people criticize him for, like, oh, how could he not play his idol in a situation where he knew everyone was coming after him. It's like, I'll be honest, like, I wouldn't have played my idol either if I was Russell in that situation. Again, like, it was a very close vote where the vote against him comes together at the very last second. And he actually did have, like, certain people on board with his plan. Like, he had, like, Steve and Matt Rogers siding with him. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't think his Australian Survivor appearance is as bad as people say it is. Is there no other RPG? game. Thank you. Who I think is winning Australian Survivor? I think Mark. And again, I think it's either Mark or Sam. I don't think anyone else has a chance. But as of right now, lean Mark. But I do think the shift is like slightly leaning. Like it's like Sam is going up. Every episode. I mean, I guess it's kind of like this episode was like more so Mark going down. But I still think it's probably Mark as of right now. Ever heard of Perp Dan? No, I haven't. Alright, let's see. Okay. YouTube channel for Minecraft. Where Bus Rob's All-Star game be on my winner ranking if Sheehan didn't have a misconception? And okay, so he'd probably be. I'm trying to think. Would he be essentially where Redemption Islands? Probably right below Redemption Islands. Yeah, I think he probably would be like right below Redemption Islands, Rob. So again, like 3, 4. Now, Tony and Winners at War is a tough winning game to. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot I had the alarm set. Actually, I might as well pause this real quick. But yeah, so like I'm not entirely sure where like Tony should like actually land from Winners at War, because it's just like a very weird winning game where it's like it's very impressive and it's like back half of it is extremely dominant, but like the first half, like obviously him like waiting to like make his move. Essentially it's like him playing from the background, which is obviously good gameplay for him on the season, but in terms of like rating all the winners, like there are obviously other winners, namely Kim and Boss Rob, who have had more out in front games from the very beginning. But I would say Tony's win in Winners at War is probably like the most impressive win in the history of the show. So it's like I don't know. I struggle with like where to exactly land Tony. Like especially with the caliber of his cast and everything. Yeah, are there no other RPGs? Isn't that what I'm supposed to be doing here? Shooting them down with RPGs? Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, Tony, like, again, like, in terms of, like, within the course of that season, that's exactly what Tony needed to do, is play from the background. But also, again, at the end of the day, it's like there are other winners that played from the foreground and still ended up winning. So it's like, again, like within the context of that season, it's impressive. But in terms of like the grand scope of Survivor, I still think it's more impressive for like people who are out in front the entire time to end up winning the game, which is very rarely happens. Well. Oh wait, there's chests down here, aren't there? Yeah, I'm an idiot. I forgot about that.
I heard C4 pairs with APCs nicely.
Just C4. Not that one. There we go. That worked. That only took forever. I mean, like, he was in a good position, but he wasn't the one, like, actually in charge of anything on the original The Call. Where, again, like, the Yule, Sophie, Wendell, Nick alliance were actually the ones deciding between the two sides. well, Tony was like more locked in with Sarah and Sandra, and like while they were siding with that group initially, like I think if they had gone to more tribals, like I do think Tony, Sandra, Sarah would have been targeted pretty soon afterwards. Just they didn't stay on those tribes for as long, or long enough for them to go to more tribals. But I do think like if they go to tribal again, like 100%, Tony, Sandra, Sophie, or wait, Tony, Sarah, Sandra, there we go. Those are the S's. Are going to be targeted at that next round. Yeah, it's like, I mean, Tony was like, again, not like, he was not like poorly positioned, but like he also wasn't like as well positioned as he could have been. Again, it's not like Boston Rob or Kim Spradlin in the early games of their season where there's no situation where they're possibly going home. Well, like Tony, if he had gone to more tribals, I do think he would have been a target. Where like both Boston Rob and both Kim, if they play out their original starting tribes, they're always at the top of their original starting tribes. Where again, I think like Yule and Sophie were more so on the top of their call than Tony and Sarah were.
is getting a head start, and we need to hurry.
We?
Shit. Look,
Spit it out!
Okay, cards on the table.
I do think that Michelle being on Challenge Mania is a sign that she would be on next season. Not really. I don't think it's a sign of anything.
I screwed up. Okay.
But I do think we're more likely going to see her again, whether it be on the CBS spin-off or on the main show.
Well, if it helps to keep your head in the game,
then... who I think is playing the best game
/
best position right now on Australian Survivor. Again, best game I think is probably Sam.
My priorities are tough.
Yeah, I think it is Sam and Mark, probably leaning towards Sam. Just because Sam's been more active.
Fair enough.
Best positions. Again, if we're taking out edit, then actually don't know. But if we were including edit, then like it's Mark. But like if we're not including the edit, then it's probably like maybe like a Geordie. Or again, like Mark is like, again, this last episode, they openly talk about how he should be a target after Merge. Mind you, the interesting thing about it is that it comes from Shay, not one of his own Alliance members. But then again, we also do see Geordie talk about how he knows that Mark has a clue right after Mark says that no one knows that I have a clue. Anyway, I think in-game it probably is Geordie. Especially because the original Water tribe seems to be coming into the merge with numbers. Plus also is obviously going to have Jesse at the merge, and along with that, you would assume comes Sam, and obviously Mark is one of his allies. So it's like, again, like he seems to have a lot of outs coming into the merge.
The kings ushered their people into these tunnels.
But again, I do suspect that Mark and Sam are going to be the focal pieces at the merge. Thing about Mark and Sam is that they're not going to care who wins the jury vote. Yeah. I mean, either one of them. I would not be surprised if it ends up being a position where, like, Mark is forced to vote out Sam to, like, secure his game position. Or the other way around. Or, again, like, at the end of the day, it's like, that would probably be beneficial for him. Especially in a game like Australian Survivor where, like, you don't get money first. Like, you get, like, second place gets the same money as everyone else, right? Like, the only one that gets anything more than the normal stipend is the winner, right? So it's like, really, it's all about winning. And through that, I would not be surprised if it's in a position where it's like, again, like Sam or Mark know that they're going home, that the other ends up voting for him to go. Or maybe even, like, actively tries to push for their loved one to go.
Hey, it's okay. She's tripped.
They voted as wife.
explosions.
Voted out her husband. What have we had so far? So we've had voted out her mom and voted out her sister, right? Those are two. Why I think no one sees Mark or Sam as a threat? I think they do see Mark and Sam as a threat. Especially Mark. Again, we explicitly see that in this episode. They talk about Mark being a threat coming out.
Wait a minute. We need to get down. Just stay calm. Are you talking to me or the elephant? Both?
But again, I think the thing that you have to remember is that, like, the reason why we're not seeing more of other people talking about them as a threat is probably because they're gonna win. Because they're not gonna have to actually face that adversity. Oh, challenge rewatch. Where am I at? I started War of the Worlds 2.
Some of this?
I think at the last stream I had just finished War of the Worlds 1. I am like 6 episodes in the War of the Worlds 2. I think, something like that. I'm still like relatively early on. I'm past the bananas boot. And I think I'm one more episode after that. And like I'm still like, I still really like War of the Worlds 2. I will say that I think it's probably like around where I would have Final Reckoning at this point, though. Where like I don't think it's 1, 2, or 3, but I think it's probably like 4 or 5, probably. We'll see. Again, like obviously I'm not done yet, but it's like based on like from what my memory of the season was, that beginning like first 6 episodes or so, 5 episodes up until the bananas boot was like the best part of the season. And the fact that like once I'm out of it again, it was very, very good. But again, I think it's probably around where I would have Final Reckoning. So again, probably like 4 or 5. Favorite character in Blood vs. Water? I don't know. Chrissy, I guess. I don't really know one, if I'm being honest.
Look,
I'll be honest, like, I don't find this cast that interesting.
not very good at
You're a selfish dick.
I mean, obviously you had Sandra on and Sandra.
Yeah. You're right.
But, like, outside of that, like, I don't know how many of these other people are that interesting as a character. Like, Khan's fine, Chrissy's fine. And Mark and Sam are interesting as players, but I wouldn't say they're like that interesting character-wise. Maybe Jordy, but like Jordy's barely on TV, and even then, like some of it's cringy. Who else is there? I mean, like Juicy Dave is humorous still, but it's like he's not on the show anymore.
One more of his expeditions, because this time
I'm looking at the list of the cast. Yeah, I mean, Andy was there for an episode. Sophie's a good character, but she's gone and also has, like, unlikable elements of her. Yeah, I mean, like, there really isn't that good of a character left. I mean, Chrissy. Again, Chrissy, Khan, Juicy Dave. I guess are the 3.
And this stupid thing is.
Am I surprised by Mark and Sam's game? Yes. Particularly Sam's. Again, Mark is, like, kind of what I expected.
Oh.
And again, if it wasn't for the edit, he would still have the same trajectory as I would have expected of him being like an early merge boot. But Sam, in particular, has surprised me with how like active she is in the game, and also like how like influential, I guess we'll say, she is in the game. Where I was expecting one of 2 things: one of like her being completely quiet. Like her trying to do an overcorrection of her last game. And yeah, like her just like doing nothing. Or she would just do the same thing as her last game. And really she is like actually playing pretty well, so that's something. Yeah, what did I have preseason? I had Mark at 9 preseason.
Got my own shit to sort out as well.
And I had Sam at 11, so actually it's not that major of a difference. I had Nina at 12. I forgot I had Nina that low. Dang it, oh yeah, because I did think I thought Sandra would,
well, if we
like, I thought the opposite thing would happen, where I thought Sandra was going to vote out Nina. Or that Nina would have been targeted very early on. I had Andy at 10. I had Andy above Sam. I think that's probably, not a great, choice looking back on it. I had Alex at 7. I forgot Amy at 3. Actually, are all my my top 4 are not the greatest picks at this point. Yeah, KJ, who again I think is a solid player, like seems like a adequate player, but again is obviously not winning the season. You got Shay, who I think is probably a mediocre player, though I mean she seems to be like fine in the game. It's like obviously like you have her actively wanting to
Reach that way and hold out your hand.
flush her own idol, which is like I kind of get, like obviously like everyone knows you have the idol, so it probably is better for you to just like waste it, just so you don't have that target on your back. But still, it's like I don't see anything from her that has really screamed out to me of her being like that strong of a player outside of like her having physical strength. And her not, like, actively blowing up her game in the way that, like, Brianna did.
Nice of Assad to leave some supplies for us. Load up if you need it.
Do I think Mark and Sam will play again? Probably... I don't know. We'll have to see how the season plays out. I think if one of them... Again, like, if Mark wins, like I think he's going to, then I would say probably not unless it's, like, for All-Stars. In a situation where they want like a lot of their winners back, but even then, like I wouldn't say it's necessarily a guarantee. I would expect to see Sam back if she doesn't win though, for like some sort of returnee season. I don't think she'll be back like for like a season like this moving forward, but I think if like All Stars 2, like I could see Sam being back. Most unexpected AU winner edgically, I would say Jericho. And it's not really close because I knew everyone else was going to win outside of Jericho. I would say most obvious is probably again Haley and George, and to be fair, Haley, George, Pia were all three very obvious. I actually do fair. Oh, George, did I say George? David, whatever. But yeah, Pia, Haley, and David. It's like actually David's probably actually the least out of those three, isn't he? Because, like, Pia, I literally knew since episode 1. So I guess Pia's probably the most obvious. Then Haley, I knew since, what, episode 7? But, like, David, like, I feel like David wasn't... Oh, I'm an idiot. I just jumped back down. But yeah, I feel like David wasn't as obvious until, like, the merge. Where, like, I feel like he was definitely a top contender up until that point, but I think it wasn't until the merge where it's like, oh, he's, like, really gonna run away with this. Would they cast Sam without Mark? I mean, yeah. I mean, I think they would in the future, especially if Mark wins. While, like, Sam would have this, like, redemption arc of her wanting to win this time.
Wow, but elephants are smaller than I remember.
You're probably used to seeing African elephants. These are Indian elephants.
I forgot that Kieran did that. Yeah, that Kieran told him to split the vote on himself.
Load up if you need it.
Which, like, I get why. Like, in terms of, like, trying to build trust. I still don't think it's a move that I would ever personally make, though.
Up here.
So where am I going? Oh, there. I'm a fucking idiot. Whatever. Incredibeast. I mean, I'm not considering the first two as canonic Australian Survivor seasons, because like even Network 10 doesn't consider them part of the series. Like even though they're Australian Survivor, like they're just like a different Australian Survivor.
Hey, up the stairs. I see light through the water.
Do I think Shane Jericho would play again? I think Jericho would. I don't know about Shane. But I think for sure Jericho would. Yeah, I think Nina played a good game. I think there's the Australian Survivor part of it, where like I think they hype up certain things more than they probably should be. But yeah, I think she overall played a pretty good game. And she's number one so far out of the people booted. And I expect her to probably be higher than certain people that are going to be booted moving forward. Like, I would be surprised if she ends up being below the twins. And probably below Juicy Dave.
You just totally crushed that moment. You know that, right?
Yeah, still, yeah. Can't believe no SA. Casting news.
Dunno.
Only speculation.
Dwellings along the side. So
We watched bits and pieces of Spice Lives and Allies, and Gabbo's a much better character than you give him credit for. I mean, yeah, I think he's a good character. It's just that he has no clue what the fuck he's doing on the show, and I don't think he's the person that's ever going to take the show seriously. And I think he's, like, a character that, like, we've seen all we're going to get from him. Like, I think he has the same shtick that he's going to have, like, every single time he comes on, to where, like, I don't think we need to see him again. Like, I don't think he was a bad character for the season, I just don't think he's going to be a good character moving forward. I think seeing Jericho in no time would be really interesting. Yeah, I'll be interested in seeing it. I think it'll allow us to a bit more properly rate him as a player. I'll say I'm probably lower on him as a player since the last time I did my, like, top 10 player ranking. Mind you, part of that's because, like, we got interviews from, like, David in that time where he talked about how, like, Jericho was just, like, unwilling to work with him. And, like, that's the reason why he targeted Jericho. Which, again, if that's true, then it seems like a pretty blatant misstep from Jericho's point of view. Okay, I thought I was about to die there. I probably would still have Jericho. I'd probably have him higher than Pia. Still, but, Pia's always a weird one. Because, like, Pia is, like, your prototypical second-in-command player, with the exception of the fact that she got saved by Luke at the Final Five. Whenever you take that out, she is, like, your pretty prototypical second-in-command player. Which, I mean, actually, she's second... Well, yeah, actually, now I think about it. Like, she's also second-command to a player that doesn't end up running the game, that loses control at Final 7. But still, for most seasons, she was a second command player to Jean. Might have seen Gabo back then, Logan, Emmanuel, and Emmy. Maybe? I think he's, like, in the similar tier for me. I've never watched Jersey Shore. Nor do I have much interest in it. God damn it. Oh, is that not the same gun? Whatever. I forgot All-Star Shore was a thing that was happening. I don't think I knew a single person on the cast, though. No, I did not watch the Uncharted movie. Yeah, I've heard it's... there's some people that, like, really love it, I think, but I've also seen, yeah, like, a lot of, kind of, sort of reviews. I know critically it's, like, what, 39 or 40 or something like that on Tomatoes, so... Not, like, terrible, but not good either. How's Celebrity Brother doing? Not well. It's at this point a slog, despite the fact that it's only a 4-week season. Well, again, it's almost done. At least there's that. Again, my review is way longer than it has any right to be for Celebrity Big Brother 3. Like, I really don't know why it ended up being as long as it's gonna be. Yeah, I know that on Reddit there is a that they've like put together a list of people who more than likely got the call and that sort of thing. I saw it a few days ago, but I haven't really been keeping up with it. But I know Big D is on it, which is something. Tiffany Mitchell is pretty much confirmed from Gamer, and then who is it? Lauren O'Connell, Kelly Wentworth. Who else is on it?
I'm coming for you.
Do I like Shayna? Yeah, but not as much as everyone else seems to. Okay. Well, that's cool. Fine. Is BBOTT worth watching? Yes. Actually, I don't know. I would say like every like season of Big Brother is worth watching, but like in terms of like I don't know if you'll get the same experience that most people that were there live will get. Like, I feel like it's a very tough show to consume now, where like now it's like broken up into like 10, like I don't remember how long the episodes are, but like 10 episodes, where like the true experience of BBOT was watching the feeds and like seeing these like live DRs and seeing these live competitions and all this like really cool stuff that like won't happen ever again because production hated it, and production in general just hates the live feeds. You can tell they only do it because it makes them money. Well, this is kind of shit. What the fuck? Oh, Kelly got taken off? That's a shame. I would like to see Kelly Wentworth. Again, didn't really have much faith that her actually being on, considering she's turned down the challenge multiple times in the past, but still would be cool. Yeah, who's on the list now? Let's see. Tiffany Mitchell, Cache Proud, I don't know who the fuck that is. Lauren O'Connell, Christmas, Nicole Franzel, or Nicole Anthony. I've heard Nicole Anthony, I haven't heard Nicole Franzel. But Big D, Christian Hubicki, Derek Lebasser, Josh, Will and James, Jackson, Mickey. Okay. Again, same people. Just addition of Will and James and Mickey in Christmas. Don't expect the Calafiores and Swaggy, Hardy and Kelly Wentworth. Yeah. Not that surprising of a list so far. Well, who I would have expected. What the fuck? I'm surprised there's no confirmation on Fessy yet. Like, I would have expected Fessy to be on the list by now. Saying, what the fuck else does Fessy have going on? Are Will and James good TV? Kind of. I think they were good TV for The Amazing Race. I don't know how they're gonna fit on, like, other shows. Specifically The Challenge. Like, I don't see them doing that well at The Challenge. And, like, I think what made them, like, pretty interesting figures on The Amazing Race was the fact that they were, like, these super fans. And they, like, created the Mind 5 and all that sort of stuff. You think it's gonna be, like, Big T? I think that's what they're gonna try to go for. Fine. Whatever. Watching PP Australia at 8 episodes in, making fun of Xavier's in the background. So this is season 12, right? The was it 2020? Yeah, forgot Xavier was even a person until now. Yeah, Amazing Race fans don't love Will and James. I mean, they don't love season 32 in general. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this with this guy fucking being here right away? Did production love Big T? I think MTV loves Big T. Then I don't know how much they love Big T. Like, I don't think they're like their favorite person. What the fuck? Considering I believe she was an alternate. Like, so obviously she was, what, second boot on World of Wars 2. She was, what, an alternate for, or like, I don't know if alternate, but like she was like one of the last choices, I believe, for Total Madness. And then, yeah, obviously like came back for Double Agents. And I think they like really liked her in Double Agents. But I think they liked her because of her storyline with CT, more so than they like her as an individual necessarily. But yeah, I mean, like, I would say as a whole, like, they probably like her, but they're probably not like, I don't think Big T's like their favorite on the cast or anything. But she's no Tory. Fuck me. Yes, thank you. Thank you for telling me to go behind cover. I definitely wasn't doing that before. Yes, this is definitely very beneficial to be behind cover right now. I'm gonna die. Let's get this shit, man. Big T could have beat Nani in Hall Brawl, could she? I mean, I guess. I mean, but again, it's like that impressive? I feel like almost anyone can beat Nani in Hall Brawl. Wow, this gun is really shit. Like, it has such terrible aim. Wow, I am about to die. What the fuck is that? Ugh. Want to see Christina on the challenge? Yeah, I think that'll be a good pick. Christina from BvW. She's probably the most likely, I would guess. Like, she seems to, like, perfectly fit the show. Who? Oh. That's cool. You know what? I want to finish the game tonight. I really don't fucking care. Let's just go to explore. Yeah, let's do that. Again, just want to finish the game. Oh, fuck off. This is supposed to be like way back. Okay. Wow, this is like really... Okay, I don't know what I'm doing there. This is like really put me back, didn't it? Like, I was expecting us to be like right where we were. People were saying that the reason Theo isn't back is because of insurance for his eye. I wouldn't be that surprised if that plays a factor into it. I would not be surprised if there's like more liability issues with having a half-blind person doing all these like really, really physical challenges. Pink Rose says she thinks Challenge CBS will continue and be its own thing, and that MTV will merge Flagship and All Stars. Hopefully. That'd be cool. I mean, actually, I wouldn't though, because that essentially means that All Stars is going to change into to the main show, which I guess that's not great. But I don't know. Whatever. What do you think about Strand Spider challenges? I still think they're boring for the most part. They're better made than the US versions for, I guess, questionably. But I think conceptually there are better concepts for challenges than the US. But I still think they're fucking boring. And I barely pay attention to most of them. Especially the physical ones, where it's like one match after another of the same thing. Okay. Yeah, Canada kind of gets screwed over in all this, doesn't it? Where like UK, Australia, and US get their own. Well, I mean, I guess CBS gets their own versions, but yeah, BB Can's getting screwed over and all that. Yeah, thank God we got a Bachelor Canada person before we got a fucking Big Brother Canada person. Oh, fuck off. Who's shooting me? Yeah, the Bachelor Canada is Shailene? Is that her name? I literally just watched the season, I barely remember her name, but yeah, the girl from, that was Leroy's partner. Okay. Wow, Explorer is so fucking easy, isn't it? Like, the fact that I'm, like, directly being shot at and, like, still not dying is just kind of funny. Oh, fuck, okay. I didn't realize there were this many enemies here. Fuck. Oh shit, I'm out of ammo. Well, that's kind of shit.
Oh, great.
Why did Survivor US get rid of the auction? A couple things. One, the players themselves were gaming it, and two, Jeff Probst said that he doesn't like seeing people eat on TV anymore. Is essentially what he said. Or he said that, like, watching people eat food on TV is not entertaining. Oh, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot. Oh shit, okay, not the gun I thought I was using. Which I agree with the last point. It's just that that's not the point of the auction, is watching people eat. It's more so for, like, the character moments that stem from it. Like, if the auction was entirely just watching people eat, then yeah, it's fucking boring. But that's not what the auction is. Does Victoria want to go on the challenge? Turns BB Can 9? I don't know.
Back to it.
I would be very surprised if Edge of Extinction Victoria doesn't want to go on the challenge, because she seems apt to do pretty much anything that involves money.
Ah, let's see where this goes.
You think the Brit Alliance inspired the War of the Worlds 2 theme? I think part of it. I mean, the thing that's weird about War of the Worlds 2 is that it wasn't called War of the Worlds 2 until post. And you can clearly tell, every single time TJ says War of the Worlds 2, like, you can clearly tell that's ADR. Now he's, like, saying it after a fact. Like, the audio quality just, like, changes all of a sudden. So, I don't know. It just, like, I always find that really jarring. Because, like, supposedly it was called Bloody Hell, which is a really shit title. So it's like, I get why they changed them. Also, like, it's weird where they have, like, World of Worlds 1 and 2 when, like, they're two radically different formats. And also World of Worlds 2 is, like, US versus UK. I mean, like, I guess that's World of Worlds. Like, obviously those are, like, the only two countries that matter, obviously. Well, whatever. Am I saying Victoria is a porn star? Not really. I mean, she has nude photography out there. I'm not saying she's a porn star. But then again, I think if they offered her enough money, I would not be surprised if she would be willing to do it. It's just no one's going to offer that much money. Oh, fuck off. Of course I missed that.
We were just here.
Oh, well, that's cool too.
God, Fraser!
Our next two videos. I think the next video is my Nier video on Wednesday, but then I'm gonna have the Australian Survivor mid-season power ranking on Thursday, and then BB Can 10 cast assessment on Saturday. But that's under the assumption
There we go.
that BB Can
Up this
cast
way.
comes out on Wednesday. If it comes out tomorrow, then I don't know, how does that change things up? I guess it stays the same, right? Probably, I guess. I don't know. Like, ideally, it would be better to have
Just keeps getting
the
more and
BB
more.
Can 10 video come out on Wednesday, I guess, at that point. But then that leaves the Saturday slot open.
Damn it. They've blown the entrance.
That must have been the explosion you heard.
Gotta be another way.
Yeah, and Victoria's nudes are not hard to find, I don't believe. If you know where to look, I guess. I mean, yeah, I literally, if you want to see, I mean, you can just look up Victoria de Monday nude, and it's not that hard to
Trying
find.
to slow us down.
But whatever. Where am I going? Yeah, I didn't even know Kat Dunn had a OnlyFans until relatively recently.
In here, Nadine. Ugh.
Which I guess at the end of the day is, again, not that surprising. Fuck, this section's long, isn't it? I just realized that. Yeah, this chapter's like really long.
Done. Let's go.
You don't have OnlyFans because OnlyFans is disgusting? Sure, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was implying. That cat kind of fits into the same mold there. Oh. Yeah, Phil from BB Can has one, thank God. It's like one of the only people from BB Can that has one, right?
What is this?
Which is bizarre. Yeah, I did see that Paulie talked about wanting to be the first global champion or something like that. So that's something.
Look at this.
Well, with Victoria, I mean, like, technically you're supposed to pay, but I'm pretty sure you can find them very easily without paying.
Looks like the king suffered dearly for their people.
They weren't just protecting the tusk.
I think global competition's a cool concept, but separated from the challenge brand. I agree with it. Like, I agree with it on paper. Like, I think in an ideal world, yes. The problem is that it's not good business to do that. Like, I think from a business standpoint, attaching the challenge title is better for business because it's going to do better because people care more about the challenge than any like random given titles they're going to create. So it's like, I get why they do it, but obviously, like, in an ideal world, then yeah, like, it would just be its own separate franchise. I believe BB Can 10 is probably going to be all newbies. If anything, probably half and half. I very much would be surprised if it's all stars. So someone at CT and Banana's stipend is $200,000. I know they get paid a good chunk. Like, I've never seen the actual like number, but I know it's livable. To the point where, I mean, like, I guess more than livable, but like to the point where like they don't even have to think about other jobs outside of the challenge. So, yeah, I would not be surprised if it's a number around there. Was the Capcom announcement Street Fighter 6? That's kind of boring to me. I mean, like, obviously, like, a lot of people are excited about that, but, that's not what I care about. Yeah, it is Street Fighter 6. Oh, I guess that was leaked like a day ago. That was gonna be Street Fighter 6. Whatever. I thought, like, didn't it have like really weird font, the countdown? I remember there was something about it that made me think it was Resident Evil. Oh, whatever.
I can't let Asav get that tusk. No.
Again, probably not gonna play it, but whatever.
Thank you. Thank me after we get out of this alive.
A lot of the locks have been very active on social media.
Don't forget Ganesh.
Yeah, probably no returnees then.
Glad I brought this.
I'm trying to think. So, premiere is next Wednesday. Yes, they would be starting. They would be in quarantine by now, right? Which I'm too fair. I mean, like with people like them, I'm sure they would let them still have their phones to keep up the secret. Because didn't that happen in BB Can 10? BB Can 5? That like
Hidden away from the world.
like I'm pretty sure like a lot of those people still had their phones through a lot of sequester. So like I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that it still could be half and half, but again, like I think more than likely it will be all newbies. Oh, is it a new engine and everything? Actually, is it PS5? I'm assuming it's at least cross-gen, right? Yeah. Actually, why did it release now? Like, that was kind of a weird time, isn't it? Like, what time is it in Japan? Because even then, it's like, well, like 9:30 maybe? Oh, no, fuck, 2:30. Is it that late? Okay. Yeah, so they released it at like 2:30 Japan time? That's really random. Where am I going? Is it underwater? I mean, I believe it's, like, I'm pretty sure we know it's PlayStation exclusive. It's just a matter of, is it PS4, PS5, or is it just PS5? I'm still surprised that that Bruno was on BB Can 5. Which I was very happy he was on BB Can 5 because I remember like BB Can 3 I thought he was like really screwed over.
Okay.
And I was happy to see him get another chance, but I'm still surprised that they picked him, especially over like Godfrey. Like I thought he would like kind of be in like the Johnny mold of like a player that's like good, again, really good, someone that I would like to see back, but also someone that like productions probably never actually bring back. But to see him be like again like one of the first returnees of the franchise was kind of weird. Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno. I do wonder, like, would Bruno have been able to do what Kevin did? Probably not to the same degree, right? He probably loses the comp along the way. He's like, I mean, realistically, like, Bruno was better positioned in the game than Kevin was. Like, Kevin had, like, one very, very important relationship in William.
You alright? Sorry,
But,
I need to get my head back in the game and I'll...
like, really, Bruno was, like, better insulated within the game outside of that.
God. What the hell? Your head back
But I
in
still think he would have been in the same position, though, where he needed to win out. Yeah, like, I don't think he, obviously had the same level of knowledge of the competitions.
That's our way back in.
Where, like, I think he probably still wins like what the HOH. Actually, I don't know. Does Dre throw it to? I guess that's probably also ones that Dre had a much more like hostile relationship with
God, have a tight
Bruno
squeeze here.
than with Kevin. It's like, would Dre throw the comp to Bruno?
Oh, hello.
Is Kevin the Steve of Canada? I don't think so at all. I think Kevin, like, I guess you could say, is like the Ian. I would like have Steve above Kevin. I think they're like kind of radically different games. Where like Steve is like a player that's like actively playing from the bottom. Where like he actively puts himself at the bottom of the alliance so that he's not the person targeted when that alliance is targeted. While also creating a very strong bond of one specific person who he knows is going to end up running the game, and through that is able to like essentially kind of like skate on by through a lot of it.
Oh, place is dirty.
And then obviously just cuts Vanessa at the very, very end.
Okay. Easy does it.
Okay, Ian, yeah, I think that's a more apt comparison.
Water in my ears. I hate that.
I would probably like give more credence to Kevin's game though than Ian.
My God.
Or like I think Ian, I think Kevin at least like again like he like kind of actively puts in a lot more work into him beasting out in those comps than like Ian, who kind of just like lucks his way through it.
Place to hide a magnificent bejeweled tusk.
Could you watch New Zealand, Thailand, or Nicaragua if you skip the Redemption Island episodes? I don't know. I've never tried it. Yeah, I talked about that before a while back. That I always wanted to at some point, or if not me, then someone else to like completely re-edit.
Over here, Nadine. Copy that.
And not even necessarily re-edit in terms of like change the show with New Zealand, Nicaragua, but more so just like cut down the show to make it like okay, well, cool. To make it like a normal episode length instead of like 2 episodes per cycle.
Not there mostly broken. I'll have to find another way out. Shit. I just realized something. I think I'll know what it is. That we're gonna need that disc soon. Exactly. Well, not much we can do until we find a salve.
Yeah, I think Kevin is the better player. I mean, Kevin's a wonky player though. Like I like Kevin like is a weird player to rank. I guess not there.
Nothing to climb this way. Shiva's got a trident as well. The Trisha
He's just like the 2 seasons that we've seen him in. Like he does have like. It's like he is.
Yeah, that's what Shiva
obviously like good at competitions, and then like he has like a good enough strategic mind, but also like always seems to be under the assumption that everyone else is thinking on the same level as him, which causes him to not actually be able to execute properly. Then also socially, he's kind of awkward at points. Where am I going? Yeah, like in comparison to Ian, though, I would probably have him above Ian. When I go in, how far is tattoo far? Is that what the show's called? Either way, no. I'm very anti-tattoo personally.
Over here, Nadine. Copy that.
Yeah, the not terrible cut. I guess that's what you can call it. What are some factors in what made BB22 bad? I think the main thing is unlucky competition results.
I'll give this a spin.
Where I think like there's so many points in the season where like the person who would have made interesting TV like gets second place in HOH comp instead of the person that like would have made the show a lot better. Like obviously like Kaser barely loses to Enzo, right, in week 4.
Well, there's got to be more to this.
Then you have like
figure out what it is.
when Nicole Anthony almost wins week 2 HOH, right? But it's like I just think very unlucky comp results allowed the the committee, that's their name, right? Allowed them to dominate. Where like again, like for most of the season they weren't even a real alliance, they were kind of forced to become a real alliance because the competition's played in their way. Is it here?
Ah,
Nope.
there's another crank up ahead.
Oh, fuck.
Coming?
I'm going to search the other side.
Okay.
Where am I going? Is it there? No. So I can't climb that, right? I think someone almost won the first HOH against Cody. I mean, that first HOH was, like, always going to go to Cody, right? That, like, greatly, like, just favored his abilities to begin with. Where am I going? Is it just down here? Would Natalie have won BB11 if she didn't lie about stupid things? Maybe? But, I mean, I think that's, like, really... like, that's Natalie. Like, I think that would have helped in getting, like, Jesse's vote. And, like, if Shima had still been on the jury, then obviously Natalie could have won that.
Aha! Here we go.
I think Cody's on the list of people that aren't
Okay,
going to be on the challenge.
I've got this one.
I've got this one.
But, like, like, if I didn't see that, I would have said, yeah, I think Cody would be someone that I could see being on the CBS version, especially considering how he was called for, what, War of the Worlds, was it? I don't think there's any, like, animosity from CBS's end. Between them and Cody. So I would have expected Cody to be on there. What am I doing? Oh, here. Okay, well, perfect. I jumped way too early, but whatever.
I think we were supposed to be on that thing.
Well, let's give it another go.
Just restart checkpoint. Leslie Colin Christie? I think that'll be interesting too. I don't know. It's like, how old are they now? Like, they're a bit up there in age. To be fair, I mean, Tiffany is on there. But I also would have said Tiffany's kind of up there in age. But, oh. Especially, like, now that we're going, like, all in on the challenge as a sport and that sort of thing. It does feel kind of weird. Is Tiffany only 40? I thought Tiffany was like 44.
Come on, jump to the drum.
I thought it was an hourglass.
It's an hourglass-shaped drum.
Yeah.
Hey, hey,
Yeah, I
now.
keep on forgetting that Colin's younger than Christy, which always blows my mind.
And we're good.
Because I always think, like, Colin, I think is only like 24 on Amazing Race 5, which is insane to me. Like, he seems like he's like at least 30. But the fact that he's so young always blows my mind.
Not up to me. Oh?
Is Christmas 40?
It's running all the way down to the hen.
I thought she was like 35
Bet
or
I need to do
something.
the same on the other side.
Safe bet. I'll wait here.
Wow, she is 40. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't think she was that old. How's Memphis? I think around the same age, right? I going here? Is Memphis younger? That's kind of insane. I don't even know where I'm going. Let's just start that over. Ken from BB Can's 29, yeah. I knew he was like around there. It is funny that like all the people from BB Can 3 are like now like married or like having kids and stuff like that when they were like, again, like they were all like really young at the time. Like I believe Ashley Wood is like pregnant right now, right? Which is kind of insane to me. Because like when she was on the season, like on BB Can 3, like she was like what, 21-year-old virgin, I think. So like now that she's like married and having a kid and everything is just kind of insane. Considering it doesn't feel like it's been that long. Like obviously it has been. Like it's been what, 7 years or whatever. But like it doesn't feel like it.
Whoa! I gotta move. No going back now.
I believe Wall is younger than me, if I remember right.
Oh, good suggestion.
I think he's like one of the first Survivor players that were younger than me when they played.
I can see my house from here.
Alright.
Alright then.
I thought Peely and didn't Peely and Kevin get married already? I could have sworn that they're already married.
Oh, hello. Fancy meeting you here. Yeah, let's see what's up there, shall we?
I could have sworn that they're already married, but I don't see anything about it. No. Hey, Circle. Yeah, we did talk about the Capcom being Street Fighter 6. Which, again, I personally don't care. I'm not going to play it, but whatever. Again, I wish it was Resident Evil. Oh, yeah, Julia. Yeah, I forgot about that. Julia is younger than me, too. Is Julia the first? Is Baylor's older, right? I'm pretty sure Baylor's older.
The light is shining.
So yeah, it would have to be... I don't think anyone on 30. So yeah, it's probably Julia Sokolowski then. Yeah, Baylor's like... over a year. How old is Julia Sokolowski? Yeah, I'm like a year older than her, so...
Come on.
Julia was 18, right? When she played? I remember I hated this section when I first played the game.
What's all this then?
Fuck, we're 2 hours in the stream? I just realized that now. How the fuck am I 2 hours in the stream already? Yeah, I would like to see Julia play again. Especially now that she's older. Again, she's like kind of in the perfect age range for Survivor. I mean, I think probably like a little bit older would be ideal, but at least better. I'm an idiot. I had to move the thing in the center. What? Julia, Michelle, and Anna Kate? You forgot about Anna Kate? Everyone's favorite Survivor player? It's insane that that Anna Kate has gone insane. But it is funny how Anna Kate was like this person talked about as like
Here we go.
someone that like needs a second chance and everything, and then like that's completely gone downhill.
That's right.
Yeah. Now we tend
Brandon
to
Hans was 19 when he played, yeah. Which again is also kind of insane. Thoughts on Carson saying he'd be interested in playing again? I think it'd be interesting. I think he's a lock if they do a celebrity Big Brother All Stars. Spoiler: they're not going to. But yeah, like I think he would. You can tell production loves him, and like they have every right to from a TV standpoint. Like I think he's exactly who they want.
Statue, but nothing's happening.
From a TV standpoint, again, he's someone that like very much plays into the type of DRs they want. So yeah, I 100% get why. Are these colors different? I just realized these beams, like, weren't they white in the original version? I might be wrong on that, but I feel like I don't remember them being colored like that. I think Sydney's an interesting person to return. Like, an ideal where, like, obviously, like, Sydney would have been back already, but
Copy that.
I feel like she's declined a lot. Or I mean, to be fair, she's only had like what 2 opportunities,
Lights aimed over here.
and even Game Changers, I don't think she was top of mind there. So it was probably only really Edge of Extinction that she was like 100% probably asked, and probably 40. Yeah, I would like to see Carson. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Carson play again, especially if he takes it more seriously next time. The problem is that, again, like, he's probably not going to. Like, I do not see them doing an all-star season for celebrities. But if they were to, then, again, I think he's a lock. I mean, that'd be a fun video. I mean, would it be? I don't know. To do a casting celebrity Big Brother All-Star cast. I mean, I guess, like, again, there's only 3 seasons to pick from. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't personally put Kirkpatrick on All-Stars. Who would I put on? I mean, like, really, who would I put on? Let's see. I mean, you got, like, Ross Matthews, obviously. I think Ross Matthews, Omarosa, probably 2 of the biggest locks. Would James Maslow make the cut? I think if it was, like, at the time, James Maslow, like, for sure makes the cut. But, like, a lot of times pass. I feel like people don't talk about James Maslow anymore.
Got it. Bum. We'll have to do the other side first. That mean I can
I personally would like to see Mark McGrath, but I mean, that's just, like, a personal thing. I don't think he's, like, realistically someone they would go for. Who else is there? Shannon Elizabeth. I mean, Shannon Elizabeth will say no. Like, I don't think Shannon Elizabeth wants to play again, but... Wait, what's missing here? Brandy Glanville, is she someone that should come back? Oh, Ariadna? I would love to see Ariadna play again. I think Ariadna was a very competent player for being someone that didn't know the game that well. And, like, obviously you got Tamar. Then, I don't know, do we need winners? Do we need to bring back winners for, Oh, that's why I fucked up. It's not on the thing.
Ah, right.
Is she gonna move it, or do I actually have to move it? No? You're not gonna move it? Cool. What a great guy. Yeah, bring back Lola Jones, obviously. And that really has not aged well. The fact that I did say in a video that Lola Jones should be on every celebrity reality TV season. Fuck off. Okay, well, that's cool. What? Okay. It's like turning in the opposite direction when I'm pushing, but fine. No, go the other way. I mean, is it preset? There we go. Oh, or not. Fuck off. Yeah, I don't think Lolo's coming back. Soul Hackers things in 17 hours? What's in 17 hours? That's like what? That's 5 hours ago. So it'll be like 8 p.m. our time for some reason. Or my time at least. Kind of random.
Can you be a statue again?
Can not, thank you. Well, BB Cam cast will be revealed. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention, but I assumed it would be on Wednesday because that's typically when BB Can releases their cast, is 1 week exact beforehand.
Okay, that did something. So I can put this down? No, wait for it.
It's 100% going to be within the next few days, though.
Can't see from over here. Just hold still for just a sec.
All this water. It's a cleansing ritual.
What's happening? Oh, you can put down the mirror now. They found us. Get ready.
I swear all stars in BB Camp 3 on seasons where each member of the clan can win depending on who they sit next to. I think those are two major examples come to mind right away. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another, but I just don't. I mean, the problem is that most seasons end with the final threes nowadays, right? So that kind of ruins things. But obviously, it's not going to happen in a final three situation. I think it is tough to find those sort of situations, though. Yeah, Liz doesn't win against anybody. At least Vanessa wins against Liz. Steve wins against Liz. And Vanessa wins against Steve. So it's not the same. Right, and like in Survivor All-Stars, obviously Amber beats Rob. I think Rob beats Jenna, but very close. And then I think, well actually no, Amber, I don't know, Jenna beats Amber. And that's not as close. Fuck off. And then with BB Can 3, Ashley beats Sarah, but Sarah beats Godfrey, and Godfrey beats Ashley. So essentially it's like a rock, paper, scissors on who wins there. Which again happens very rarely in history of the show. Yeah, I mean, like what? Like if we're going through like Big Brother history, it's like BB2, Monica beats both. BB3, Lisa beats both. BB4, Robert probably beats both.
You had me worried.
Volume's loud again.
It's time for a reunion.
I'll just keep it down still.
He wouldn't give you up.
Or I'll keep it at this level, just because like that's kind of the end of the explosions for a while.
Jesus.
Hey, you made it.
Dude.
It's alright. He is like a girl.
Is that right? How about we get these cuffs off and I'll show you how good.
Well, we're talking about if Liz evicts Vanessa? I don't even think then she necessarily wins.
I gotta help.
Yeah.
I must admit, you are quite the schemer. First you steal my disc, then you have me.
Hey, Shelley was not voting for anybody but Steve.
That's clever. Perhaps there's a little Indian blood in you after all.
It's over, like outside Vanessa. Like Shelley and Steve are very close in the house.
Sure.
And I think if it wasn't for Vanessa, then I think Shelley's voting for Steve every time. Lose 6 is dependent on who cuts. Yeah, kind of. Not really. Janelle's never winning. No matter who she cuts, right? I mean, like, I guess if we're saying that, like, oh, Yvette cuts Maggie,
All right.
then I guess there's the greater chance of that. But, like, even then, I don't even know if that's, like, 100%. Because I don't know if the friendship really follows through on that, especially in a position where they hated Janelle as much as they did.
Don't talk to me.
Oh, your copy of Horizon 2 just came in? Yeah, I've played a good chunk of it. Again, I've worked the last few days. Like, I didn't even get it installed. So, like, my copy arrived at 2 p.m. around on Friday. It took about an hour and a half to fucking download the PS5 version. Then, I was busy for most of the day until 8 o'clock, and then Big Brother was on for 2 hours. I wrote my review. So really, I didn't get around to playing it until like midnight. Yeah, in the time since then, I've put 9 hours into it. And yeah, really enjoying it.
I know.
I trust her.
You know what? Fine. I guess I'm just
James beat Paul? No.
We are walking away with nothing.
I know Dave Vaughn has recently said that James would, but I don't believe her.
Oh my.
Most quotable person on reality TV? Yeah, I think Rachel's a big one. Is Myrna a big one? Like, I don't even remember many lines from Myrna. In terms of, like, things that are, like, etched within, like, reality TV, like, history. But I feel like Rachel's probably definitely one of them. Favorite Nolan episode of Australian Fire? I don't fucking remember.
That's ominous.
Chances on Todrick getting 0 votes finale night? Probably small.
It appears
to be honest, I don't think he gets 0. But he's definitely not winning. Because I think, especially if Cynthia makes Final 3, I think Cynthia votes for Todrick. But that's about it. Again, Misha's voting for Todrick for sure if they get to the end together. Or if they don't get to the end together, I mean, obviously. So it's like, that's also obviously like always a guaranteed vote. So it's like, really the only situation where he would possibly get 0 votes is against Misha. And even then, like, again, I think Cynthia could vote for him and is leaning towards voting for him if it's not a situation where like Carson, like, at the last second goes and tries to convince him. So, like, he's for sure getting 1 vote, I think. But yeah, like, I don't see more than like 2 or 3. Whose ejection is better, Willie's or Turbo's? I don't know. I haven't gotten to a Turbo ejection yet on the rewatch, but probably Willie either way. You see Lamar pulling the Meta World Peace random vote. No, Lamar is never voting for Todrick. Lamar hates Todrick. I don't think there's any way that Lamar is voting for Todrick, unless again it's an accident. But I don't think he's gonna full on Meta World Peace it.
Shiva and Parashurama.
Is Todrick the worst player morally to play Big Brother? I think Celebrity Big Brother, yes. I wouldn't say Big Brother as a whole.
Parashurama and Ganesh. What now?
Yeah, they kill you, right? Like, if I do it one more time, I'm pretty sure they kill you.
Chloe, don't you give this schmuck what he wants.
Quiet.
Okay. There we go. I mean, yeah, Justin Bieber too. I mean, that's kind of like a weird one, obviously, just because it's, someone ejected week 1.
You're testing my patience.
Oh, fuck off. There we go. That wasn't too bad.
He's yielding.
Have I checked out Kylan has a podcast? Is that a thing? Either way, no. I didn't know Spicy V had a podcast. I've not listened to it. Nor will I, to be honest. But,
quite an obstacle you've placed in my path.
but yeah, I have not. Is Todrick and Kylan the same person? Not really, but obviously there's a lot of similarities.
No.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I wasn't paying attention.
Ash, quite an obstacle you've placed in my path.
Isn't it just like putting all the hands up? Or is it all the hands down? It's all the hands down, right?
What are you doing?
Shut up and watch. He yielded.
There we go.
Are you alright?
Celebrity brother tarnish Todrick's image for good. Probably not, realistically. I mean, to be honest, it's like...
I don't understand.
Like, Todrick didn't have a good, like, image beforehand, right? Like, I'm pretty sure he was, like, already, like, not a well-liked figure. So it's like, realistically, I don't know if this changes anything.
Selfish prick, no.
But I think, like, within the people that are Big Brother fans, like, obviously, I don't think there's going to be positivity coming from them.
That would have made Shiva's axe look weak, powerless.
Ganesh sacrificed himself to preserve his father's honor.
See, even she gets it, not a drop of
Yeah, it is funny how he talks about how he needs to be taking bigger jobs than Celebrity Big Brother. Which, I mean, to be fair, like, Celebrity Big Brother is kind of like one of the shittier reality shows to go on. Especially when the rumor is that they got paid less for this season than for previous seasons.
Magnificent, isn't it? Oh, what? Nothing to say now?
Oh, if you like, I can tell you where to stick it.
Well, my friends, I would love to kill you.
I mean, like, I think most people
must
don't
go
even
to the
know
gods.
that. Like,
You
I
have
don't think
brought
most of
me
Todrick's
a
fans
great
care about
fortune.
what he did on
Okay,
Celebrity Big
then
Brother.
what are you
From the
doing?
fans that he had even
Going to
before
flood the
this.
chamber.
Like, I don't think this would change them.
Come on,
Like in
is
terms
this
of,
really
like,
necessary?
and, like, I think the majority of them, like, don't care. Like, don't even know that he was on Celebrity Big Brother again. Like, how many followers does he have on...
Get it over with.
Like, how many subscribers does he have on
Water fills your
YouTube?
lungs, you will have time to reflect on the choices that brought you here.
Like, I'm sure most of those people
Perhaps
don't
in your
care.
next lives,
Like, don't even know he was on the
it fare
show.
better.
Doesn't really affect them. Again, I think within... Yeah, it's like 3.6 million
I don't know about
subscribers.
you guys, but I got a lot of regrets swimming around in my head right now.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, like, I just think, like, within the Big Brother community, the
You
people
know,
that
I'm
are
not
Big Brother
exactly
fans are obviously
thrilled
just
about
not going to like
drowning
him moving
next to
forward.
you either.
Could you give it a rest, guys? I'm trying to concentrate.
What are you doing?
A little preparation goes a long way.
Haha, yes.
Oh, not even paying attention again. Yeah, obviously people want Chandler as fuck you to Todrick. And also I think it's like an element of this, like, thinking that she got screwed over, which I don't necessarily agree with.
Coming!
Damn it! Ladies first!
Chloe, dear, not to rush you, but could you please hurry the hell up?
Take a deep breath!
Yeah, I know there has been some, like, hatred towards the Cookout for being friends with Todrick, which is funny considering, like, they're not even defending Todrick, right? Like, at least, like, I know, like, Tiffany and, like, Hannah and, like, them, like, they're not, like, supporting Todrick online or anything. So it's, like, it is funny that, like, they're getting, like, hatred for being friends with Todrick. I mean, those are, like, fun lines, but, like, none of them are, like, really, like, super quotable from me or not. In terms of, like, things that, like, I feel like most people that are fans of these shows, like, instantly recognize.
Everyone good?
Waterlogged.
Doing great. I gotta quit smoking.
Down!
to us? Let's hope not.
Are we on stream? We're at 2.5 hours.
Maybe it's the buyers.
What do you
So I
mean?
believe we have around an hour left of gameplay.
Heading to the old rail yard. Something about an arms deal.
We'll
He's
see.
selling the tusk.
So much for preserving his culture.
Hey, just a second. Listen, back there.
They're mad at them for not speaking against him, for not holding him accountable. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't either, though. Like, I wouldn't do it.
All good?
No.
I figured.
Like, I don't think they have any real obligation
Intercept before
to.
they make the sale. Huh. And there's our ride.
These are nice.
There. Railroad tracks.
Do I think Darrell was a ham on Double Agents? I don't remember him on Double Agents, but I didn't find him that entertaining on Double Agents, if I remember right.
Asov will have lookouts.
He's like, I find Darrell a lot more entertaining now than what I did when I first started watching Challenge. And I think watching him on Double Agents was a part of that, where I just didn't find him interesting at all.
You're welcome to stick
I found him kind of boring on Double
Right.
Agents.
Less talking, more walking.
Do I think Lamar has a chance of winning AFP? A chance? Yes. Do I think he's going to? No. I think he'll be Shayna.
Almost never talk shit.
And to be honest, I think it's more so Shayna and Shayna and Carson, more so than Lamar. Where like I think Carson would have a much bigger casual backing,
Busy for us.
Yeah. No, I wanted.
but I think as a whole, probably Shayna is the one.
You were coming to get me.
Of course we were.
Seriously, thanks. I really thought I was a goner.
That is probably going to win.
Your brother would never let me hear the end of it. Found the train tracks? Sort of. Kind of a shock seeing all these modern structures after the Hoysala ruins.
Those are the British, Portuguese, 1800s, so not quite modern.
I mean, like, Lamar's never going to recognize that he was on Big Brother after this, is he? Like, he's really just going to, like, completely disappear from the Big Brother world, I'm sure. And to be fair, I feel like most of this cast probably will. So it's the only people that I could see, like, actually embracing the Big Brother community is probably Todrick, and, again, they're not going to embrace him, so...
This way.
yeah, most of these people are probably not going to be, a part of the community. Which I guess really none of the celebrities are, but at least like Marissa and Ross both hosted the after show for, what was it, BB20? And then like, what, Mark McGrath hosted a comp or something, right? I guess Tom Green is hosted a comp, so it's like,
Wow.
maybe Carson's the most likely. And maybe Shayna. But yeah, most of these people aren't going to. Like, I think Carson's the most likely to be on the show again, in terms of, like, hosting a comp on BB24 or something like that.
It's okay. I'm okay. I'm right behind you.
Yeah, I love how, like, it seems like now Kirkpatrick is talked about as, like, this, like, fan favorite, this person who, like, people seem to love now. It's like, the entire time he was on the house, like, fans hated him. It's funny how, like, now that, like, the Shayna stuff happened, and now that, like, Todrick, is, like, the biggest villain in the world, that, like, now all of a sudden, like, people fucking love Kirkpatrick. I just find that funny.
Oh, hey, look, you're back.
I also feel like you don't hear anyone talk about Mariah anymore, either. I find that kind of funny, too.
Hey, this might do the trick. Holy mother of shit.
Or, like, at the time of her eviction, people were talking about how, like, screwed over Mariah was. But, like, now, no one talks about Mariah. Like, now it's all about Shayna.
Here goes nothing.
Oh, is that a thing? Mariah's friends with DX?
That was close. You in one piece?
That's something.
Yeah. Go team.
Come on. We're exposed up here.
You know, I feel so much safer with her.
Nadine, see if there's something up there we can use.
I can do it.
No, we're good. Come on, China, I'll give you...
Oh yeah, I did see her. Yeah, she has been tweeting about the show a lot,
Just
right?
watching you.
Like I saw she posted something about like how she's voting for herself for America's favorite. Is that something?
You see anything up there we can climb on? Like a crate or something?
This should work. Huh. Nice.
Got it.
How's the edited shows portrayed Todrick? I feel like for the first like half, it was a lot more positive. I feel like recently they've been going a bit more negative. Obviously, they're not going to go like full on like dunking on him because like he is still like technically a celebrity, and I don't think they want to completely tarnish him. But I think for what they're willing to do with celebrities, I think they're pretty much like dunking on him in the edit at this point. Particularly in again, they show him complaining a lot more now. Like the HOH comp where Todd won. Like, a lot of that comp from Todrick's perspective was just him complaining about the drinks and constantly showing complaining. And then obviously in the clip show, they end up showing his fight with Kirkpatrick, which is obviously a really bad look also. So I think they're really just banking on him losing at this point.
Leave the rope for me, please.
You got it.
Do I think Cynthia will be dumb enough to believe what Todrick says after Carson got evicted? Yes, to a degree.
There's a cave up there.
Again, like I think she, like, I would not be surprised if Cynthia is planning on taking Todrick to the end.
Why don't you go ahead? Leave the rope for me.
You got it.
Which again, she'll win if that does happen. But like, what's funny is that, like, she's targeting Todrick right now, kind of. But, like, she openly like, she thinks that Todrick's gonna win. Like, the entire, like, her and Todd Bridges both talk about how Todrick is the big threat in the game because Todrick's gonna win the game if he gets to the end. And that's why they're not targeting Misha at this point. They're targeting Todrick instead. Because they think Todrick's the biggest jury threat.
There's only a few, and we can probably...
What?
That some guy doesn't do things halfway. It's going to be quite...
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely going to be a thing. Especially short term. I think once she gets into the outside and probably sees all the positive... Like, especially if Shayna wins America's Favorite. Obviously, Carson has been very apologetic towards Shayna since he's left. And obviously, I know, like, Carson and Cynthia are close, so it's like, I'm sure Cynthia will eventually recognize. But yeah, I mean, it will kind of vindicate her, which is kind of annoying.
Go ahead and just...
She said she was whole.
Yeah, don't stop for you.
No, fuck. Okay, well, this is shit. Oh, what's this gun I'm using? Yeah, so, you know, we're obviously very close to the end of Slurry Big Brother. Which, again, at this point, I don't really care what ends up happening. Like, I really don't care about the result. I already have most of the review put together. At least everything up until the Shayna eviction, and then I have the Carson round part of the script written. I also have to put all that together by the end of the week. I forgot, when's that coming out? That's coming out Saturday. No, actually, no, it's not, is it? That'll be can. Actually, that's not coming out until next Wednesday. I forgot about that until now. I forgot I delayed it that much. So that's gonna be actually a while until it comes out. It's gonna be a week after the season ends. But whatever. I'm still doing the player ranking. I'm still debating a bit on like how to release it. Just because more than as of right now, it's currently scheduled for the 9th, which is 2 weeks after season ends. Which is at the end of the day, it's really who cares? I don't know who's that excited for a player ranking of Celebrity Brother 3. To where I don't know if it'll do less view, it'll have less views being released late than it normally would have, but it does feel weird releasing it so late. But again, Amazing Race is also going to end in that time. So it's I don't know. I don't know if I should maybe make it a Monday video or something. I don't know. I'll probably just leave it as is for now. But just in general, the schedule is kind of fucked for the next few weeks. Just due to a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am gonna for sure rewatch Double Agents. I'm debating on Spies, Lies, and Allies though. I probably will, just because it's at that point I've watched every other season.
Give me a hand.
In a row. It's kind of weird to not watch Spies, Lies, and Allies. We'll see. How long is the review? I don't remember. I mean, as of right now, I think it's 35 minutes. And again, that's only up to Shayna eviction. So it's gonna be relatively long, considering it's only a 4 fucking week game.
Shouldn't be long now.
Yeah, I mentioned seeing how my opinions change on Spies, Lies, and Allies on the rewatch. Just, I don't expect it to go that much up. I actually think my opinion of Double Agents will go up more than Spies, Lies, and Allies. Yeah, my problem with Spies, Lies, and Allies is that I don't feel like there's a story with Spies, Lies, and Allies. It just feels like a random, mix mash of things happening that I just don't care about. Well, at least with Double Agents, it feels like there is a storyline there revolving around CT and Interview gets assembled someone towards the end. But it doesn't really feel like there is a story of Spies, Lies, and Allies.
We'll find something you can hook your rope to.
Ah, sounds like a plan.
Where am I going?
Got something for you.
Brace it against that strut.
Oh, I go for them.
Doing it. There. Okay.
Do I use a voiceover? I mean, it's just me recording. I speak into a mic.
It's crackling. Jesus.
And then recording that Audacity. And then afterwards edit it.
Oh, shit. Well, it looks sturdy enough.
Thanks, you too. Well done.
Yeah, not bad. Considering it was alright.
Yeah, it just feels like Spies, Lies, and Allies. A lot of its storylines just go nowhere. It's a season of things happening, but nothing actually matters to how the season ends. Because again, the season ends with Casey and CT winning the season, but very little of the season's actually spent on building them up, especially Casey.
Stuck. Let me
You have to play a lot of Horizon tomorrow? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've played about 9 hours so far. It is really good. I will say that, it is surprising me. Gameplay-wise, it's pretty much what I expected. I will say, again, obviously I'm not going to talk spoilers or anything, but, I'm very happy at how much of a direct sequel it is. Where, I feel like that's something that, you rarely see in games nowadays, is like a game that is like
Everyone all right?
directly connected to the previous installment, where like we have all these games of like like Assassin's Creed and like Far Cry and like a whole bunch of like series where like the sequels don't really continue off the events of the previous game, and it's like it's more so like, oh, like 5 years later, or like even with like again Far Cry and Assassin's Creed, it's like a different character that's like set in the same universe, and like it's like nice to have like a direct continuation. Like that's something I'm really liking. I'll also say that like I would recommend that you like if you, I don't know if you've played Zero Dawn recently, but I would recommend maybe watching some lore videos. They may be important. It is fun. Like it's also a game that like essentially expects you to know. Like there are characters that were in side quests in Zero Dawn that like show up in the main story in Forbidden West, and it's like you're expected to know them. And then there's also again like a lot of lore points that like are only in like in like the data logs and stuff in Zero Dawn that end up coming up as well in Forbidden West that again surprised me at how prominent those sort of things are.
Okay, Sam. What do you got?
I had the Robo Chicken.
Of course you did.
Here, I'll put
Wait,
you
where are
down.
you?
Wait, it won't be high enough on its own.
Oh,
Also surprised at how long it takes for you to get into the open world, which is also another thing. Oh, I have to move this back, don't I?
Bring the cart
Okay.
over. We'll meet you halfway.
There you
But,
go. That's
again, really enjoying it so far, though.
What?
It's the noodle. It's just saying, as in your brain.
That is not what I pictured.
Well, CT so quick to cut Berna because I think he saw that she was a loose cannon, and again, that's the thing CT does best. I mean, I like kinda, but like I'm kind of talking like Horizon 1. It's like it takes a while for you. Like you have the like part where you play as Child Aloy, right? But then like immediately after that, actually I don't know. It's weird because like that's like more so like an introduction to Aloy and then also like a tutorial section at the same time. Where like with
Gosh, great that.
Forbidden West, it's like it's very like set piecey at the beginning.
Okay, ready.
You got it.
It's like it's doesn't put you in the open world, but kind of like in a different way than Zero Dawn.
Perfect. Let's go.
All right, come on up.
But again, like I didn't get into the main open world until what, like 2.5 hours in, I think.
It's professional.
And even then, like you're still cut off. Like it's kind of similar to like in Zero Dawn, where you can't leave outside of like the Nora territory until you finish like the the proving and that sort of stuff. Like it's like there's a similar aspect there, and like you don't even get to that point until like 4.5, 5 hours, or at least I didn't. So it's like.
Look, nearly there.
Like it does take a while for the game to like fully open up. Are we here already? So we are then we're like around like 30-ish minutes away from the end.
It's clear. Come on.
Dang, this is a big fight here though. Favorite challenge trilogy?
Thanks.
Well, this just keeps getting better and
Oh,
better.
probably Gauntlet.
From Saab's man and Shoreline.
Maybe?
At least a couple dozen guys in there.
Oh, that's I mean I guess the 30-30 trilogy. But like I guess.
Maybe.
Like I think as individual seasons, those are my 3 favorites. But it's like also it's like I don't think they work well as a trilogy.
They didn't.
I mean, to be fair, I guess none of the trilogies really work well as a trilogy, though, do they?
Well, there's a solve.
I guess it is. Like I think if we're talking about like what seasons are at the top of my season ranking, like the like highest average, then I'm pretty sure it's the 30-30 trilogy.
Right? She gets it.
Yeah, like the title card comes at what? Like, again, like, yeah, around 2.5 hours in the game, right?
Let's go relieve him.
For me, again, like, for how long it took for me to get there.
A lot of playing, guys. Like I said, there's over a couple dozen guys in there.
Relax.
And there's like so much.
I am so proud.
And like, there's a lot of side content, but a lot of it is like quality side content from what I played so far. There still are like certain quests where it's like, oh, just get like get lance horn like things. I don't know, whatever. I get like 2 of this item from this sort of machine and that sort of thing, which those are kind of annoying, but for the most part, I think the side content's pretty good. Visually, it's definitely one of the best games I've ever played. At least playing on the PS5 version. I will say that, like, I'm kind of underwhelmed. You know, like a lot of people are like praising the better like navigation and stuff in the game. In terms of like, there's more things to climb and whatnot. But it's like, and it is better obviously than Zero Dawn. I will still say that I'm kind of underwhelmed still. I still find myself like at a decent amount of points, like still coming up to a mountain with like nothing to be able to climb up, and like having to walk around and that sort of thing. Like that's kind of annoying. But again, like it's not like a major issue in things. Is it true that Sandra's called for a challenge? I don't know. I doubt it, but actually I don't know. Like I could see them calling her. Like I don't know how like deep into consideration she would be. I think Forbidden West does a really good job at like little details. Where like there's a lot of points where like through like very minor things that you're doing, like Aloy has like a response to it. I find that kind of impressive. I always hate this fight. So I need to take down the helicopter, right?
You're surrounded. Move!
Yeah, challenge, with Australian Survivor, yeah, like I think Jordy, Jesse, Nina, Josh, Jordan, yeah, and Shay, yeah, I think it's probably the list there. I would say Shay probably seems like the most obvious person to bring over. Like, I don't know how much drama she's really bringing though. Like I don't know, like I think she's like a perfect fit for like modern challenge, but she's not like who I would actually want on the challenge. Oh yeah, and Brianna, yeah, I forgot about Brianna too. I think Brianna would be like probably the best pick in terms of bringing like messiness and everything to it too. Oh fuck. Okay. Well.
Shit! Bullets aren't doing a damn thing!
Is there any way you can actually shoot the pilot? Yeah, I feel like there's no way you can. I don't know about Israel World being revived. I know Road Rules was supposed to, but like there's been no word in like 3 years about it or something. Or 2 years. Cause like who really knows? I think it was supposed to at one point. Fuck off. This fight sucks. I don't think Amy and Khan fit the challenge? No. Amy seems like you're a pretty prototypical, like, first boot from the challenge. Like a rookie first boot that never ends up being on the show ever again. Again, don't I need an RPG? Yeah, it sucks to lose Nina that way. Again, not completely unexpected to me after, especially after the preview. And again, I've been thinking for a while that she was probably like a pre-jury, like a late pre-jury sort of boot. Okay, what the fuck? But yeah, again, did not expect it to be a full-blown medevac. I thought what was actually gonna happen is that again she would be medevac, or she would be injured, and then they would like vote her out because of her injury. More so than like she's just full blown medevaced out of the game. But he's like Australian Survivor just in general like tries to avoid that. Like how many people have been medevaced from Australian Survivor? It's just her and Ross, right? Actually, was Jenna was even voted out, right? Yeah, so it's like I think Australian Survivor just in general like tries to avoid those things. Like tries to avoid medevacs because like they don't want to ruin their schedule. And try like really hard to not do so, which probably also lends credence to like the fact that they did have to kick her off means that it was actually like really serious then, to where there wasn't really a way. Oh yeah, and Chelsea. I forgot about Chelsea. How could I forget about Chelsea? Oh fuck. Oh, well, there's only one.
We're not in the clear yet.
Just almost my word pick. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. I've not had the greatest track record in terms of winner picks with Australian Survivor. Like I've had Pia, and I think that's it, right? So I need one more.
The armor's holding.
How did I pick Pia? I mean, I don't know. Pia was just like, she was someone that was a big fan of the show. And it fits into the like kind of archetype you would expect to do well in Australian Survivor. Again, someone that is a bit high variance, and that was like my issue with her. But it's like still. Actually, I did not expect her to be as like mediocre in challenges as she was. Like I was. Like I kind of looked at her similarly to how I looked at KJ in the preseason, which I also thought KJ would probably be better in challenges than what it seems like she is. Where the fuck is this other chest? Oh, was that it? Oh, there it is.
Not so tough.
Well, that's kind of terrible. Am I surprised by how good Juicy Dave is at challenges? Is he that good? Like, he's just kind of fine, isn't he? He's just like, they're keeping him around because of challenging, but I don't think he's like necessarily like the strongest in challenges. Fuck off. Can I get through this? Like, can that fucking helicopter move?
Look! We can try hooking our ropes onto the helicopter! That's crazy! Let's do it!
We're ready at that point? I thought we had to shoot it one more time. No, I guess that didn't work. Okay. Oh, what a masterpiece. Was Kate Boot was the best round of the game? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the original Sophie boot was really good, had it not been non-elimination. But, yeah, I mean, I think okay, well, game, drop, please. Yeah, I think it's a Kate boot, and it's not really close. Oh yeah, I mean, that's something I thought about, is the increase in prize money causes these challenge competitors to be a lot more serious about the show. Which I think it's a kind of double-edged sword. I think the show is taking itself more seriously because it's increasing prize money. But I also think the competitors themselves are taking it more seriously.
Ready? Oh, hi!
I mean, is Keiji getting more content without her sister? Like, I believe, like, most of her confessionals come from this singular episode, like, after Sophie joins her side, right? Like, she gets, like, 11 or 12 confessionals in that one episode, and, like, that's most of her confessionals at this point. Like, she got, like, what, one confessional this episode? Okay, how did my cords get tangled up? There we go.
Don't.
Everyone's favorite character here, the one guy that's randomly there in Uncharted 4. And they bring up their relationship here.
Ma'am?
Yeah, Orca, everyone's favorite character, Orca.
You're looking well.
What the hell have you done with my company?
Made it profitable, for starters.
I think that was a rhetorical question, love.
I should have shot you back on that godforsaken island.
I wish you had. Would have spared us the sight of watching you turn tail and run.
Oh, you just hash your shit out.
Do I think the MCU can do X-Men well? Probably.
Tusk.
But, again, I'll be honest, like, I'm kind of out on the MCU at this point.
Partners.
Like, I'm just not interested anymore. Like, to me, I just feel like so much of what I personally love from the MCU kind of ended with Endgame. To where, like, I just feel like it's, like, kind of like a perfect spot to leave off of.
There it is. Always thinking.
Wait. I just realized I'm checking my YouTube channel for the first time in a while. The Raw Up ranking just passed my 42 cast assessment in terms of the comparison. So that's funny.
Hand over the tusk.
And it's really more of an indictment on the 42 cast assessment. On how, like, mediocrely that performed. Than anything. But, it is funny how, this video is actually, like, not performing terribly. Though I'm actually, like, I've lost 3 subscribers since the video came out from this video. But I think in comparison to the other global videos I've done, this one is doing the best. Yeah, it's doing, what, like 1,000 views better than the winner one in the global winner ranking, and then probably a decent amount than the season ranking, I would guess.
Hi, third of that.
Doing 1,700, so that's something. Do we think we'll get another Uncharted game? Yes. I think we'll for sure get another Uncharted game. It's just a matter of what is it.
What?
I'm surprised we haven't already, though, gotten a Lost Legacy 2. Because I would have expected us to get another one of these, but we haven't.
This is big.
And, like, we know that Uncharted game is in the works. Like, it's, like, there's a reputable source that's talked about for, like, that started development, like, 3 or 4 years ago.
If that goes off, it'll kill thousands.
And
it's just like, when are we going to see it, and when are we going to know when it actually is?
They get what we came for.
I think Brianna would get called for a spin-off? Maybe? For what, the Australian version? But, like,
you are not seriously going after that train.
I guess we'll have to see, like, how many Australian Survivor people actually get called for it.
Fine.
I mean, like, that's where I personally want to go. Like, I know that, like, the Uncharted Reddit did a poll of, like, who do you want to see be our next game? And, like, most people said Sam. But, like, I personally would just rather see
I don't
Cassie.
know, okay?
Like, I
This
don't
is
really
not
have an
our
interest in a Sam game.
You said so yourself.
Like, it's pretty much, like, if we're doing a Sam game,
If
it's
you catch
pretty
that
much
train,
just
what
Nathan
happens?
Drake again,
Disarming
just
the
like
bomb
a
is
slightly
impossible.
different character. Like, I'd rather them do something new.
Good, so we'll call the authorities
This
and...
isn't our fight.
And like they already thought about doing a Sam. Like this was actually supposed to be Sam and Sully. That was the initial concept of this game, of Lost Legacy, was that it was going to be a Sam and Sully DLC.
I'm tired.
But then they decided that like, oh, Sully's too old and whatnot, and they decided, okay, let's do
You'll die.
Chloe instead.
I can live with that. Hey.
Oh yeah. It's been clarified a bit more that
Case, right?
TJ is only doing the CBS version, it seems like. But they're all filming in the same location in Argentina, and that's why he's going to Argentina.
Out.
No.
Game based on Sully's first job. I mean, that would be interesting, I guess, like a prequel Sully game, like spinoff. Again, like I personally probably still prefer like an actual like Uncharted 5 with Cassie. But like, I wouldn't be opposed if they do another like spin-off of Sully, a young Sully.
What?
Or really, even like a young Sam. Like, I think a young Sam game would be more interesting to me
Right.
than like
Follow the bridge.
a new, a recent like Sam. Especially now that he's like a side character in this game, it just feels weird for him to get his own game after this. I feel like
Hey, Sam, did you want to
with
drive?
this version of Sam.
I mean, kind
Too
of.
bad. Buckle up, Buttercup.
It also weirds me out that I completely forgot until like the other day that Nadine is voiced by Laura Bailey.
Oh!
Which is just weird.
Well, this isn't my car.
There, I see the train! We're gaining on it!
Don't slow down.
Shit, motorbikes!
Oh.
Run them off the road.
Which Far Cry game universe would you like them to see revisited?
We've got to stow away.
I think the easy answer is like 3. I mean, didn't they all get revisited? Like, didn't they just do these like DLCs with all the villains? I haven't paid attention like to what that actually is, but like, didn't they do that? Like, where like Boss got a DLC, Pig and Min got a DLC, and then Cult Leader guy, I forgot his name, from Far Cry 5. Which, by the way, I didn't mention this, but before since the last time I streamed, I did finish Little Nightmares 2, which I only have like 30 minutes left of. And in between then, when I was able to play Horizon, I actually played a couple hours of Far Cry 6. So I did play the beginning of it, which is fine. It's more Far Cry.
There's the train!
Sam,
I mean,
take
it's
care of the tusk.
Don't you worry!
Get closer and I can
Far
jump
Cry.
aboard.
Which is like really weird considering like I remember when like the original promo, like the original trailer, real trailer came out, and like it looked like they were like doing like things new and everything with that, but like nope, it's the exact same game. It's
Think you'll be
literally
alright?
just
Didn't know you
more
cared.
Far Cry.
He's got the tusk.
It's probably actually more similar to like Far Cry's like 3 and
Catch where they
4
put that giant crate.
in terms of
Near
like the
engine.
main mission
Right,
structure.
That's our next stop then.
Than Far Cry 5, where like it seems like it doesn't have that like because Far Cry 5, like a lot of the mission structure is based around doing like these tasks that give you more points that allow you to take over the region.
Nowhere to climb.
Where like this seems more like mission based, but I mean again, I like my opinions on Little Nightmares 2 is pretty much the same as what it was from last
Over
time.
here. Mind your steps. Yep.
It's still again a very good 2.5D
Let's try the other
puzzle
side.
platformer. Really cool aesthetic.
Okay, this is
I still get annoyed at certain sections in the game, particularly like when you're being
Easy
chased.
now.
I also don't like I don't like the camera placement, where like I feel like it's tough to tell like the depth perception at points.
Okay, good.
Also, I feel like the controls are just kind of weird. But like outside that, again, like I mostly enjoyed it. I think I have it at like number 9 or so on my games of the year so far.
Out here.
Out of like 13, I think I've played.
Oh shit! Company's
So,
here.
that's something.
Assault guys.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't dislike that element of Far Cry 5. Actually, like I mean, I actually like kind of liked it, even though like it's something that I shouldn't like. Like knowing my taste in gaming, like I shouldn't like the element of Far Cry 5, but like I kind of do.
This is crazy. We should just let them down.
But yeah, I mean like it is interesting that they went away from that a bit 6. Because I thought that would be the direction they stayed. I mean like it's still a similar structure as a whole, because it's still like essentially the point that I'm at in Far Cry 6 is like I got past that first island area, and now I'm at the point where like the game has you like you need to conquer these like 3 areas, and then eventually you take down the main guy and whatnot. And it's like that's like very similar to Far Cry 5, but it seems like within that again, like Far Cry 5, it was like you were doing these like other quests to get like I forgot what it was it freedom points or something dumb like that. Okay, I'm an idiot. I don't know why I'm doing this. So going to the area, like this time it seems like you're doing like mission, like actual full blown, like preset missions. Call of Duty area. There's a Little Nightmares TV show. Like why? What are they gonna do with the TV show? Like, is it animated? I'm assuming it's animated, right? It's just weird to have a Little Nightmares TV show. No, I haven't gotten to Tales of Arise yet. That'll be... So, okay, so obviously, like, right now I'm playing Horizon. I'll play Horizon until I'm done. Then it's either Tales of Arise or I finish Far Cry 6 first. Then after that, it's Tales of Arise. Mainly because, like, Tales of Arise is, like, the last game that I'm, like, genuinely excited to play. And, like, I don't even, like, to be honest, I don't really care that much about Far Cry 6. But, like, I'm gonna give it a legitimate shot. It's a question of do I do that before or after Tales of Arise? Especially now that I've, like, just started Far Cry 6. Okay, well, that's cool.
Damn it! I'll climb off that tanker. There must be a way around. Not seeing one. Out you go.
I don't know where Challenge 30 is being filmed. Yeah, nor do I really care. Like, I don't really care where they film the challenge. It really doesn't matter to me. Like, it's kind of the same thing with, like, Survivor. Like, I actually don't care where they film the show. Like, it legitimately doesn't matter at all. Okay, this is just terrible. What if TJ gets paid more than Julie? I can guarantee you that he doesn't. And if he, like, I can guarantee you he doesn't per season, at least. I think now that he's doing more seasons, then maybe. But I can guarantee you that he does not per season. Like, I can assure you that Julie's getting paid more for BB24 than TJ got paid for like, Challenge 38. Wait, is that a thing? They're doing a Life is Strange and Disco Elysium TV show? Again, like, why? Like, I don't think they need TV shows. I mean, like, Disco Elysium I can see a bit more, especially, like, considering how abstract the game is. But, like, I mean, why are they making a Life is Strange show? Like, is it a retelling? Or is it a, like, brand new story?
Okay, any thoughts on how to get on that truck? Get
I
close
think
enough
that's
and we can
probably
crash into it. Are you joking?
factor
Let's do
there.
this. Today! Oh, shit!
Fuck. Wow, that was really bad. Retelling of When and Before Storm or 3 seasons? We need 3 seasons of that?
Oh my god!
I would be more interested in a, like, Alex Chen TV show than, another Max and Chloe thing. Actually, whatever happened that wasn't there rumors that they were making a Max and Chloe game? Is that still happening, I wonder?
Maybe next time.
Dang it, I think that was before we knew about the remaster, and I wouldn't be surprised if they got confused that the remaster was a new game. Let's go. By the way, that came out, didn't it? Like, I kind of forgot about that the Life is Strange remaster came out, which I'm sure is obviously a great remaster. Oh, that was dumb.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, True Colors would probably work. I don't know, would it work better as a movie? Like, I think it would in the sense that there is less plot in True Colors, but also I think, like, with True Colors being so much based around the characters, and specifically the character of Alex Chen, like her, like, interactions with the people around town and the city and everything, like, I don't know if you can do that in a singular movie.
I think we're almost there. Won't budge. Let me help. Oh, this is really heavy. Whoa, I got it. Okay, your turn.
Oh, it's way bigger in person.
It's military grade, all right.
Yeah.
I think it was funny when Gabo prayed to Mike's situation. It's fine.
It's too heavy.
I think the funniest thing from Gabo is when he doesn't know TJ's name.
It'd detonate if I tried.
All right, plan B then. Let's get to the engine.
Actually, he didn't even know who TJ was, right?
Again! Okay, you go.
I don't even remember
That's
Gabo
definitely the
calling
engine.
Nani his baby.
We can slide this way. Come on.
No. No, no, no!
I welded it shut.
Shit.
Hey, roof hatch.
Okay.
Don't think about what you're doing. Just do it. Come on!
Sarah Spencer is ranking the hottest Sarah
This
women.
one's welded shut too.
That sounds like something
You've got
that
any
Sarah
ideas,
Spencer
I'm
should
all
do.
ears.
The switch!
What?
Up ahead, the switch house. If we can get to it, we can divert the train, buy us some time.
Sounds good.
Shit!
Need a ride.
Yeah, he really definitely feels like someone that they would have cast years ago. Which is weird also because, like, I think at the time that they announced the cast, I was like, why the fuck are they casting Huey? Like, he doesn't fit the show, but, like, he also, like, and he doesn't, but, he kind of fits, like, the old school era of the show. Well, he does feel like a very weird casting choice, like, to be alongside, like, the Fessy and Casey's of the world. No, yeah, I think he is really fun TV, though.
Holy hell! Sam! Hey, Sam!
Holy shit! Hey! How's Trix?
We need to switch the train to another track. Sam! Sam!
Where's Nadine?
Back on the train. We have to flip the switch.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, you have the bash on. I'm a fucking idiot, that's why. Well, yeah, I still haven't watched Euphoria. I wouldn't be opposed to watching at some point, it's just that... obviously, I'm still behind on everything else.
Shit! The train's getting closer.
We got this!
See us casting for the other versions? I don't think so. I don't think CBS is even casting their own version. From like, I think it's more so MTV, right?
Back to the switch.
Wait, what did I do? Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Alright, back to the switch.
Oh yeah, I've heard about Raised by Wolves, and I heard it's really good. It actually, like, one of the stars is the guy that plays Bayek in Assassin's Creed Origins.
I gotta get
obviously.
to her.
Yeah, I've been interested in watching that too. It's just I haven't gotten to it.
Items here.
I've heard that about Sydney Sweeney. Yeah.
Go! I'll keep him the bank.
Like, to be honest, that's pretty much the only thing I know about her. Are we on chapter 9? I didn't pay attention. Did chapter 9 start earlier? Probably did.
Okay, there's the train. But how the hell do I get on board? Can't see any
shit.
bridges or crossings. Well, shit.
Actually, we did get through this end game a bit quicker than I thought we would. Because all that's left is
Can't believe that worked.
getting through the train here and then the final fight, right?
Shit.
Spiritual successor to Aliens and Prometheus. That sounds pretty cool. It's on HBO, right? Oh yeah, we also get news that Last of Us TV show is not coming until 2023. Oh, did we just fight him right away? I thought we had to do like more like climbing along the side and everything.
No, I've always considered myself a bit.
Isn't Lauren dating someone else now though?
You two are a special breed of monster.
So it's like, I mean, either way, Bryce lost.
I'm really going to enjoy this.
It's obviously he was very close to getting a date with Sean O'Connell.
Shit!
Yeah, I forgot that. Like, I could have sworn there was more to this final fight. So we're actually like right at the end.
You'd risk your lives. And for what? A city of peasants.
Yeah, at this point, all I have is
The
what?
blood of the old
Netflix and
kings
Paramount
runs
Plus,
through my veins.
right?
My people shall rise again.
I guess if I wanted to, I can get Amazon Prime.
What do you want?
This is my land. What could you possibly stand to gain?
Oh, it's all about what you have to lose.
The bomb. I'll just buy another. I'll burn your city, thief.
Well, she's not dating a football player or anything anymore?
Let's finish.
Oh no, Nadine's dead. That's definitely happening. Oh.
Don't fight. One should know when they're conquered. Your time ends now.
Oh, shit.
And you.
It ain't
Now you
coming.
have a conscience.
Oh yeah, the anime. I think maybe that's why I remember. Oh fuck. Remember this.
Oh, no. No, 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 no.
I know you. You're no hero. My war will destabilize the government.
I mean, if he's just an average Joe, then maybe you have a chance.
Will have tried.
Just gotta wait for him to break up. I'm sure that's definitely how this will turn out.
Ah! I will die 1,000 deaths before I let you win.
Oh, shit. Friendly reminder, the bridge.
Shut up and fight!
Let's finish this.
You piece of shit!
What, so you talk to your mom about Sydney Sweeney? And then, good on you.
Ruined everything.
And good on your mom, I guess.
Everything. My cleansing would have
How old
been
is Sydney
beautiful.
Sweeney?
Why didn't you
24,
just
okay. I think she was younger than that. Alright, I think that's the end of the game, right?
We're done here.
You think you've won? War will rise up. Like the young king, you have achieved nothing.
I've always debated on that, like what's better between weekly episodes or binging. Like I think like weekly episodes obviously like help with like the building up the hype in between episodes. Well, like I think binging obviously leads to like things being forgotten about pretty soon afterwards. But like I would personally prefer to binge things than wait a week. With most things, at least. I guess it's like situational. Do it. That looks really nice on PS5.
Could you possibly start climbing, please?
You think BB Can 5 is better than BB 10? Yeah, I'm not opposed to that thought. Dude, my opinion of BB Can 5 is like continues to go up more and more over time. So like, I don't think it's that far away for me personally either. Like, I think at this point, BB Can 5 is probably number 2 if I were to redo my season ranking. And like, I
How the hell did you
like,
guys
could see
get
the
out of
argument
that?
for it being better.
You know, I'm just still figuring that out myself.
And, Asav?
Went down with his train.
Well, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Imagine BB 10 if Brian didn't go first. Well then, I don't know, would Brian be the, Dan?
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, Brian didn't know the game that well at the end of the day. Like, he's one of these people that, like, again, he's naturally intelligent, and a lot of, like, what he demonstrated was just, like, natural skill, but,
We did.
just did not know the game that well. And I think, like, him, and obviously he was in the running to come back for BB11. I think that would have been interesting to see him back there.
Take back Shoreline.
It'd be funny if, like, he became, like, the Paul and, like, ran the season. And do for Jesse, pretty much, dude.
Really?
So, again, it would have been funny if, fucking, Brian Hart did.
If anything, I was thinking I might give this, treasure hunting racket another go.
Yeah, I loved Watchmen. I did watch Watchmen live.
Not you.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I only work with professionals.
Yeah, like, actually, I wanted to do a review of Watchmen. I kind of regret that I didn't.
Right.
It's not really that my opinion of BB14 dropped. It's more so that, like, just BB Cam 5 went up.
You go.
I'll say my opinion of BB10 probably has
God.
slipped a bit
Sam.
as well to make it a bit closer.
Ow! Okay.
Watch Outer Banks? No.
Well,
I don't even know what that is, actually.
Man, that's a beauty.
Yeah.
How much you think that we're gonna get for that baby?
Well, surely the Ministry of Culture will give us a generous finder's fee.
Yeah, what is this? Mystery teen drama?
Partner.
Yeah, I've, like, never even heard of this show. Until now.
Guys are hilarious. Ministry of Culture. Oh my God, you're serious.
There we go. Hopefully I don't get a copyright claim for this. Yeah, I mean, BB Camp 5 is one of the most consistent seasons of the show. Well, like, I mean, there's probably, like, I don't know, like, the Cassandra boot week's not the greatest. The Backwards week is pretty bad. But yeah, there's still intrigue within those. But yeah, again, we finished this a bit earlier than I thought we would. I have not watched Hannah. However, I talked to my dad. I think he watched it, and he liked it. But again, I've never watched it personally. Probably not. Stream's not over immediately, but probably like within 15-20 minutes, I would say. I think we'll probably like wind things down here.
I got it. Private collector.
Since I'm pretty tired even as is. So.
Just hear me out for a second. I understand taking the moral high ground, and that's great.
I always found this scene so ridiculous. I mean, yes, they like foreshadowed it in like the first, in that like first opening segment, but the fact that they're just like playing around this cheese and everything just seems so ridiculous. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I watched the movie. I watched the Hannah movie back in the day, but I didn't watch the show. I think BB20 is better than BB10. Again, like my issue with BB20 is just that like the back half of it, and really back third of it, is pretty slow. Where it's like it has the best like first half to a season ever, and then like the was it like from the jury phase to the Fessy boot is like good, but then like afterwards it's a bit of a slog. Yeah, okay. I guess we're done with that. Do I have to watch this? But anyway, we did it. We finished all the Uncharted games. Took us, what, a little bit over a month? So we did Uncharted 1, 2, 3, 4, and Lost Legacy. And yeah, so next stream, I think I'm going to be starting the Ezio trilogy, I think. I don't know, it's like there's technically other games I want to stream probably a bit more, but like I do need to get around to playing AC3 at some point in the near future. And before that, it's like I replay the Ezio trilogy at least once a year. I have been ever since they came out. Because like I might as well do that before I play AC3. So that's probably what we'll do. 2 months will be relatively quick. It'll definitely be quicker than it took to do Uncharted. Where like what AC2 will probably take us 3 streams, 3 or 4, and then probably Brotherhood and Revelations can be a total of 3 streams between those because we'll just rush through them. But yeah, we'll do those. We'll do AC3, and what do we got after that? I think Walking Dead Telltale Season 1. We'll play that. We'll play Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm, and then we'll play Wolf Among Us. And then after that, I think we'll get around to doing the like some other random games. Yeah, like Hitman 3 is something I want to play. I want to play Cyberpunk, the PS5 version. I did want to play the PS5 version of A Plague Tale, but I guess we'll wait until closer to whenever Requiem comes out. I want to play God of War before Ragnarok comes out, which we did get confirmation this week that it's still planned on being in 2022, which is interesting. Play Ratchet and Clank. Again, yeah, I did say I was going to. I forgot about that, actually. I kind of been like less incentivized to do so after having played Rift Apart. Actually, like I would rather probably replay Rift Apart than play 2016 Ratchet and Clank. No, I did talk about like Little Nightmares. Maybe we could do the first game because I didn't finish that on my own. So maybe we could do that. I don't know. There's other stuff. I did want to do 2018 year in gaming, so that includes a few games. Actually, I might even play Horizon 2 when I'm finished with it. Like do a new game plus or something on stream. I think that could be fun. So yeah, there's a decent amount of games that I would like to play, but there's obviously the games that I just talked about that those are more so associated with certain videos I want to make. So we'll do those first. Chris Tales? We'll see. Yeah, like I don't even know if I'm gonna end up playing it before I do the 2021 video. Just don't know about the time. Yeah, not playing Elden Ring right away, at least. I might try to play it before the end of the year, but I'm not gonna buy it at launch. Yeah, like even like Horizon, like I don't expect to be done with Horizon for at least like 3 weeks, probably. Considering I am going for 100% completion, or at least the platinum. Like I don't think you need 100% completion to get the platinum, if I remember right. But yeah, Elden Ring comes out what, Friday, right? It's pretty soon. Yeah, I have watched You. I do really like You. Yeah, really, all 3 seasons were pretty good. Yeah. What else we got? Yeah, Rift Apart's your favorite game of last year? Yeah, it's pretty highly ranked for me so far. I think it's at number 3. Or is it? What's at number 2, actually? I don't even remember what's at number 2. Because I know number 1's Life is Strange, True Colors. I don't even remember why I've ranked at number 2 anymore, which is probably a great indication. But yeah, I think I have Rift Apart 3, and I have Resident Evil Village at 4. What the fuck's number 2? I genuinely don't remember. What the fuck do I have ranked number 2? Okay, wait, let's look this up real quick. Oh, Hitman 3. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, fine, I guess. Actually, I did want to replay Watch Dogs Legion also. That's another one that I was thinking of, like, replaying just because, like, I kind of want to replay it. And, like, on PS5, now that I own the PS5 version. I'm just, like, looking through the collection right now. There's a lot of games that, like, I own the PS5 versions of now. And would, like, ideally like to play them. But, we'll see. Red Dead 2, I also want to replay that at some point. Either way. So, I got a lot of stuff that I would like to play down the road. Yeah, I am going to actually do a Survivor ranking, cast ranking. I was going to do it, I am going to do it after 42, though. I'm waiting for 42 to finish. And yeah, I plan on that being one of the videos post 42. I think it's scheduled for June, but we'll see. Again, it might be delayed, but it'll be around then. Do I think that my challenge season ranking is controversial? Probably parts of it, but like as a whole, like probably not necessarily. Like I'm trying to think, like what seasons do people have at the top that I don't have particularly? I guess like Inferno 2. Like I have like pretty much middle of the road. And then like I mean I have Final Reckoning higher than most people. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the plan is to release my challenge ranking around the time of All Stars 3. Again, as of right now, I think it's scheduled for like June 1st, which is technically like 3 weeks in All Stars 3, but we'll see. Again, if I can bump it up, and if I, to be honest, I haven't finished watching all seasons yet, but like, if I can bump it up, I'll try to, but that is currently when it's scheduled. Again, and also for the spin-off video that I plan on doing, that'll have at this point, they'll probably wait until after War of the Worlds, which means probably like tail end of the year. So, because initially that was going to be like immediately after All Stars 3, but again, now for War of the Worlds, I might as well wait till that. Yeah, I definitely think Final Reckoning will be controversial. I never found Final Reckoning to be a slog. Like I was like on the rewatch, like even the first time I watched it, I enjoyed it the entire way. But like on the rewatch, like I just was not bored the entire time. And like a lot of it comes from like the train wrecky nature of it. And like I think a lot of like what makes it not a slog is like as much as like obviously the addition of mercenaries and all that stuff is terrible from a game standpoint. It's like it also like adds to interesting dynamics being added throughout the season. where like, even though like episodes like what 13, 14, 15, 16 like can be a slog, it's like you still have like the addition of Corey and Devin at that point, and through that you have like Devins versus Bananas again, and again that's like further increases the power of the Lavender Ladies, the Young Bucks and stuff, and through that like puts Bananas more in this like underdog position, and I don't know. Yeah, you have Corey body slamming Tony. Well, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I never found myself bored, even though, like, it's, like, on paper, it's a terrible season. Like, it's, like, I shouldn't like the season, but I do anyway. So, yeah. Like, I mean, I think, it'll end up being at, what, like, number 5, probably? So, like, again, it'll be pretty high. That'll be interesting. Actually, I haven't even really solidified the actual ranking. Like, obviously, like, as right now, like, I have the general ranking, but like I don't know, I still don't even know what my number one's gonna be. Like, I don't know. Again, it's either Rivals, The Duel, or Free Agents, and I don't know which one goes where, or like I can see the pros and cons of all of them, so I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can kind of wind things down. So yeah, and tomorrow we got what? Double eviction. That's tomorrow, isn't it? We got a double eviction tomorrow. And by that point, pretty much the game will be done for Celebrity Big Brother. We got, what, 2 episodes of Australian Survivor before next stream. We got BB Can 10 cast will be out by then, I would assume. My Nier Automata retrospective will be out, which no one cares about, but still. Again, we'll be close to when the mid-season power ranking for Australian Survivor will be out. Yeah, by then we'll know who makes the merge, so that's something. Yeah, Amazing Race will be get a non-elimination episode. I'm sure that'll be exciting. I mean, like, again, like, this is gonna be such a slog of an episode, isn't it? Of Amazing Race, considering like it's pretty much like it's foregone conclusion that's going to be a non-elimination episode. And even if it isn't, that means that the fucking finale is going to be a bit of a slog, with it being 2 hours, but whatever. Wednesday's video is going to be Nier Automata, 5-year retrospective. But then Thursday will be the Australian Survivor mid-season power ranking, and then Saturday will be the BB Can 10 cast assessment. That is, again, like, unless the BB Can 10 cast comes out tomorrow, and then I might adjust the schedule, but even then, I don't think I will, because that, like, really messes with it. To where I'm essentially doing 2 extra videos this week, which, like, technically, I believe I'm doing an extra video next week anyway, because, like, technically, the BB Can, or not, the Celebrity Big Brother 3 is now technically an extra video. But it's also like, I just feel like it's not really worth it. Because, alright, let's think. So, yeah, because the Nier Automata video for sure needs to be released this week. The 5-year anniversary is this Wednesday. So, if I do that there, yeah, I mean, that would mean, like, what, 5 videos come out this week? I'm not doing fucking 5 videos that come out this week, right? Or 4 videos, actually. But, yeah, again, like, it just messes with the schedule a bit too much, to where I think at the end of the day, like, even if the BB Can cast comes out tomorrow, I'll probably still wait until Saturday. Yeah, especially because also... Yeah, I just think as a whole it doesn't really fit the schedule, especially because, like, none of these videos are major videos. So, because there's not really, like, essentially, if I do front load this week with all these videos, that's essentially starting off March, like, really terribly, with, like, nothing to really back it up, considering it's, what, at that point, it'll be, what, a Mass Effect video, as a Wednesday video, followed by Amazing Race review, which, again, doesn't do the greatest. Follow that up with a Celebrity Big Brother 3 player ranking. And then, like, it's not until, like, what, March 12th we get a Survivor video. So it's, like, it's really, like, completely, like, damning that, like, beginning portion of March if like one of the videos that are supposed to be coming out this week doesn't get bumped until March. So yeah, I think that was also another factor. And like, not like the Celebrity Big Brother 3 review is going to do that well, but like, like still, it's like, who cares? It's still like probably going to do what, a couple thousand, which is like more. And like, again, like I'm kind of content where February is already. So like I don't really need to bolster this month up too much. So yeah, I don't believe a list that's coming out at this point for returnees for BB Can. Again, if we're taking this seriously, Mitch, Dimitri, Godfrey, Sheldon, Neha, Olivia, Karen, Victoria. Solid list. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a pretty solid. Like, Sheldon's probably the one that I'm like, also, like, Olivia feels like, I love Olivia. Again, I would be happy to see Olivia back, but also like doesn't really feel like a casting choice they would make. And also Neha also is like kind of a weird one considering it was so far back, like a pre-jury boot from like season 3. You would think they would go for a more recent one. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if I like fully believe that. Like, I wouldn't like fully believe that list. But if it is true, then I wouldn't be opposed to it. But again, like I personally would probably swap out Sheldon for someone else. I mean, like, again, like I think it would be fun to have Sheldon get a second chance. But I think if that were to be the case, I would have wanted that to be BB Can 9, with like him and like maybe like him and Brooke being like 2 returnees there or something like that. More so than like them taking a spot on BB Can 10, especially when it's only half the cast and not like a full blown cast. So I don't know. Brooke and Sheldon dating? No, I don't think they ever were. But yeah, like I would assume it's fake though. What do you think of Croc as a player? Underwhelming. I mean, he seems like fine. I mean, like he's there. He has an idol. He seems to be like okay positioned, even though like he kind of like doesn't seem to be even wanting to work with the group that he's currently working with. But yeah, it's fine. We'll see how the season plays out. Again, disappointed. Like I really thought coming into it he would be more of like a Matt Rogers type. I thought he would be a lot more alpha, but like be like a strategically savvy like alpha figure. But he's kind of just like kind of a beta. When he got an idol, it was the idol that Chrissy got, but he took it. That's something. Challenge YouTubers, again, the only one, like, I don't fucking, like, watch most of them, but, like, I've watched some of Caffeine Confessionals videos, but I don't necessarily think they're, like, the greatest videos in the world, but, again, it's, like, similar-ish content to what I would make, but for the challenge. That, I don't know, there's certain things that I don't like about what he does, but to be fair, again, that's probably, like, I assume most other people would have the same complaints to my channel. Yeah, I've never watched Angel Cake. I know I've seen him around. Yeah, like that's the thing I don't like about Caffeine Confessionals in terms of his ranking is like he adds in, like very openly adds in like how good of TV they are into the ranking, which is like, again, like what the fuck are we doing at this point then? Croc reminds of Winners at War Ben, kind of. I mean, I would say less doofusy, or at least the edit is not showing him as doofusy. But yeah, I can definitely see that comparison now. In the Sandra Boot, why'd Shay play her idol? It's because she had an open idol, and again, like when everyone knows that you have an idol, it's not that powerful, and it actually becomes a target on you. So again, like I get why she wanted to use the idol in that situation. But yeah, I still find it dumb that she actively wanted votes put on her to use the idol. But like, I get why she would want to burn the idol at that point. But yeah, alright, so yeah, I think we'll call it a night here. So again, next time we'll start Ezio Trilogy. Again, don't know when that stream will start. Hopefully I can start on time, but again, it's on Wednesday where, again, I'm going to be putting together the Australian Survivor Mid-Season Power Ranking. We got the Celebrity Big Brother finale. We got Amazing Race that night. So there's going to be quite a bit going on. So again, if I'm late, then I'm late. But I'll try to be here at around 11 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, I'm still here. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time.